just, once again, all the detractors, they said this was going to happen. And they were right.
Holy shit, Phil. The detractors.
They were right.
Holy shit, Phil. Your detractors.
They were right.
Holy shit, Phil. Do you hear yourself right now?
They were right.
Like, we totally fucked him.
No, fuck all that noise. Get you a bottle of gin from Total Wine. Fire up your TV. Drink your gin. Drink your gin. Consequences have actions, Pep. Here's what you gotta do. Drink your gin. Drink a Pepsi later on. Play your fucking WB champions. Consequences have actions, Pep.
Holy shit, Phil. The detractors.
They were right.
Holy shit, Phil. Your detractors.
They were right.
Holy shit, Phil. Do you hear yourself right now?
They were right.
Like, we totally fucked him. Stop being a fucking victim. You fucking bitch. You fucking asshole. Own your shit. Own your shit. Own it. Holy shit, Phil. The detractors.
They were right.
Bitch. Holy shit, Phil. Your detractors.
They were right.
Bitch. Holy shit, Phil. Do you hear yourself, bitch?
They were right.
Like, we totally fucked him. You're still on mission 1. No, I'm not gonna let you lie. I know you're lying. I'm gonna pick on you. I know you're lying. Being dishonest and begging for money and people wanting justice. He is not a real person. He is not genuine. He is not honest. He's a scammer. I just see a scammer.
They were right.
Holy shit, Phil. The detractors.
They were right.
Holy shit, Phil. Your detractors.
They were right.
Holy shit, Phil. I just see a scammer. Begging. Like, we totally fucked him. Alright, I'm done. I'm done. I understand everything now. I know why there's this hate wave on him, and it's been on him for years. It's because of this bullshit.
Meerkat Mall.
Hey now, what's up everybody? We are here. It is That Being Said time once again. Meerkat Mob in the house. Hello. Oh, Meerkat, got to turn your mic on. Come on,
Hello?
brother. Turn it on. There you are.
Yes,
Hello, Meerkat
works.
Mob.
Okay.
Turn that
Hey
bitch on.
everybody. What's up? What's up?
Nice
We're
to have you back. Now, a lot of people here are wondering about some nonsense, but we're going to get into that in a second. Any other business style announcements to announce today, Meerkat? Any update on, remember we promised the DM show, by the way. We did promise that last week, so.
Yes. We are still working on it, and it's going to happen, I promise. Or at least episode 1 is going to happen. Because we're going to try and break it down in the most digestible way possible and tell a story.
Yes.
Because we tell stories here now. That's the new thing we do.
Yes.
As you guys can see, it is me and ALT again. And considering his old age, we need to have some plan for the future. So one day it's just not just me booting up the stream.
I thought you were talking about me. I thought you were talking about DSP for a second, but go ahead.
Yeah, maybe. So we have taken many applications. Many resumes were sent to us on the email. Many multi-stage interviews have taken place with many applicants, and we have decided on how to proceed. What? Huh?
What? Huh? What? What? What's going on? Huh?
Oh my god, he's back again!
What? But there's teeth raining down from the rafters. The teeth.
Is the tooth fairy?
The teeth are coming down from the rafters. Oh my God, it's him. Say his name and he appears. Fantastic, Mr. Sam.
What were you expecting? What were you expecting, though, really?
I didn't see anyone guess this, though, to be honest. Sometimes they are pretty quick on that stuff, to be honest, but they didn't get it this time. But Fantastic Mr. Sam back in the house. So what does this mean, though, Fantastic Mr. Sam? Is this just another fly-by-night? One night, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am, we're out of here like you usually do with your harlots? What about us?
What?
Fucking hell.
Go ahead.
It's not holding back today.
No.
No. I said we had a little chat the other day, and I said to these guys, like, you know, I want to come back like the old days now, and especially now as it seems like as good a time as any. Yeah, you know, I said on my stream as well the other day, you got to hold me to it. You got to make me, you know, you got to make me come here every week in, week out.
That's what I plan to do. So that is good news for all of us. We've been waiting for this moment, and Sam is back, at least for a while, right, Sam? You know, promises for a while, but you're going to try to make it every week, right? That's the goal, okay?
Yeah,
that's the goal.
That's the goal.
Cool.
Yeah.
And
like the old days.
With that being said, we have decided it might be good to get Sam caught up on some things that have happened, right, Meerkat? So I want to start with mine first. So mine's a little different. So you know, Sam, about someone named Carl Jobst, right?
Yes,
you know it.
I do.
Yeah, so you know about him, right? Well, you
yes,
didn't know
I know
this.
something.
You didn't know this, but DSP released a video using his tactics, and it's very good. Check this out. It's called Big Dents Now. You didn't hear about this. It's secret, but this is a website DSP put together. I'm just going to play a little bit of this so you can get an idea of what was going on here. Here we go.
Hey guys, it's DSP here. In this video, I'm going to demonstrate a simple and easy approach you can do if you're looking to overcome your fear of approaching cave pigs.
This is pretty cool. Just watch a minute or so, then we can check out the website later.
All right, guys. Now I'm going to show you a few approaches, and then afterwards, I'm going to break down exactly what happened. Let's go. Hey, sorry, I don't want to bother you guys. I just want to say
I have a tips goal of $150.
Have a good night. Hey, guys, I don't mean to bother you. I just want to say
I'm a crowdfunded individual.
Have a good night.
This is how he gets them.
Hey, guys, I don't mean to bother you. I'm just going to say that...
I mean, right now, I need to be hitting some tip skulls.
Walk away.
Hey, guys,
What's the original video? Like,
The
that's what I
original
wanna
one
know.
is kind of worse, actually. It's really the original video is trying to get you over. Look, so Sam, you don't need this. You have a great confidence with women, but some people need to get over their approaching anxiety. So you do this kind of stuff just to get over that. All right, one more though. I want to play a list of one more, then we'll move on.
Okay.
Sorry to interrupt you guys. I don't want to bother you. I just want to say...
The people who hate me the most caused me to be in the position to be an e-bagger. They're the reason I'm in that position.
Wait, one more. He walks away.
Hey, guys, don't want to bother you. Just want to say...
Right now, I need more help.
Hey, guys, sorry,
you
I don't want to
make
bother
this
you. Just want to say...
No, I did not. I want to give full credit to Pat Noticer. Shout outs Pat Noticer for this. Last one, then we'll move on. This is silly.
Hey, guys, sorry, I don't want to bother you. Just want to say...
I would appreciate it if you could tip me.
Sorry?
Tip me.
Have a good night.
That's my favorite.
Sorry? Tip me. Tip me. Okay, that was just a joke. That was a troll. Sorry, I was trolling. I was just trolling.
Okay.
Let's get to real stuff here, okay? So, Meerkat, what incident do you want to share with Sam first? Let's go to you first. I was just trolling.
Oh, let me see what we have.
Yes.
Well, let's do the pool water thing in case Sam missed it. That was a gem.
Okay.
That was definitely a gem. Okay, hold on. Let me get that going here. I have it.
So this is the context for this is one YouTuber joked with Phil and wrote down in his chat, "Hey Phil, you should try drinking some pool water."
Yeah.
And then the following clip happened.
I think it's real quick. I think it's worth playing the first one too, because it's real quick. It's less than a minute here. It's 44 seconds. Let's play the first night he heard of
Just
pool
came
water.
in and asked...
Here we go. And this is a big YouTuber.
Oh, really? A verified YouTuber just came in and asked me to drink pool water? How about I report you to YouTube for telling someone to harm themselves on YouTube? You think they're going to like your verified status after I showed that you said that on YouTube?
Oh. So that's a million stream YouTuber, right? A million subscriber YouTuber, 1.2 million or something, okay? So then, the very next day, this happens.
Charles the Wise is a complete idiot over on Kick. You ready for this?
Charles DeWise, by the way, is King Charles, I believe, the fourth, and he suffered from gout. That's why that LARPer's name was Charles DeWise.
Of course.
Just letting you know. Okay, go.
Charles DeWise is a complete idiot over on Kick. You ready for this? Charles DeWise says, listen to this. I saw on X people were clipping you saying pool water is poison. I'm not sure if you realize it, but pool water isn't poisonous. If it is, I don't think people would be allowed to swim in it. What's wrong with pool water? There's chlorine in it. It's poison.
Already
If
sent
you drink
it, my
pool
bad.
water, you can die. You're not supposed to drink pool water. Yes,
Yeah.
it is not recommended to drink pool water because it contains chemicals like chlorine, which is harmful if ingested. It can irritate your stomach and intestines, leading to nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea. Pool water can have bacteria, viruses, and parasites that cause infection. These are spread by swimmers who are sick or didn't shower.
He had the tab open, by the way. So that means
okay. Wow.
he was
Right.
waiting for this. He didn't search this. Oh, God, no. He searched. And this is what he searched. Yeah, go ahead.
Funnily enough, that was going to be what I was going to go to first. I'm actually sort of impressed that he Googled something while he was on stream. But, if he
had this ready. He had this at the ready.
Do you know what? He had something ready, which is very anti-DSP. But,
that is true. Good point on that. I think the main thing is he's ready when he doesn't want to give detractors a W, right? So that's what he was waiting for. But
exactly.
What's his name? Guy DeWine or whatever. I wanted to share. Yeah, go ahead.
Isn't it a W enough that he threatened to call the internet police on a guy that made like a banter joke about him drinking pool water? And he took it like super seriously. Of course it's a W for the trolls. It's so goofy.
Yes. You know how
ridiculous.
It is. Okay, we got a lot to cover, but there's one more thing I want to show Sam that happened that is kind of funny for everybody. I promise it'll be funny for everybody because it feels like a long time ago, but it's not really that long ago, okay? So this is only 2 months ago. DSP took off a week, if you remember, guys, okay?
Yes.
And when he came, obviously there's a lot of speculation about what's going on. What was it? We kind of don't even know really what's going on. But we do have Philip's response that day. He was all high and mighty and also said the following.
Been making. That in a court of law is the evidence you need to prove that someone is a thief and breaking the law.
Okay.
Because you understand that if they actually had content of their own, then they would have kept making it. But they didn't. They waited for me to come back to start stealing again. So in a court of law, I now have an actual week on record where their views are recorded, their content uploads behavior is recorded. I have everything I need. I'm good.
So what are you going to do?
Oh, and I will say one more thing.
Here we go.
Before we move forward. As of today.
Also, Sam, you notice he is editing, by the way. That was a cut, and we are watching Raw DSP. He is cutting things now, so he's taking your advice.
Yeah,
he's taking your advice a little bit, even though this is probably AI taking out the cut, the
it could be
space.
But yeah,
but he does cut out some things, other things, but yeah.
At the very least, like but whether it's AI or not, all he's doing is no more than using YouTube itself to snip out.
Exactly.
Yeah, there's nothing more to it than that. Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway,
and I will say one more thing.
Go ahead.
Before we move forward.
Please.
As of today.
This is for you, Sam.
Officially, there are parties involved documenting all of that. Who's doing what, how often they're doing it, how much they're doing it, when they're doing it, what they're actually doing. Like, are you actually rebroadcasting me fully? Are you just clipping and editing and doing transformative work? All of that is being documented as of today, formally. I'm going to have everything I need in the future. So if you're out there and you think you've had the gravy train all this time and, it's all been free and clear, as of today, I'm giving you official notice publicly. I'm sure this will be clipped. Everything is now being documented.
You got it.
For the future. So I hope that if you're someone...
Not by him, though, surely. Someone will be doing it, but not him.
It's documented by YouTube.com, I think. That's what he means. Like, what else could he mean? Is he paying someone? You know what I mean? Like, who's going to be documenting it? Let's see, got what? He's got your future stepdad recording all the streams, Raw Phil.
I mean, of course, I'm sure there are a few people that would happily do that for him, but only a few, a small handful.
It'd be funny to see the notes. Like, Raw Phil hit the horns 5 minutes before the stream ended. Yeah, go ahead.
I think it's on a channel-to-channel basis. So he just had somebody make an Excel spreadsheet of a bunch of detractor channels and the predominant kind of content that they do. And he intends to use that in the future. And some additional context for some stuff that happened after this is that he said that he's going to sue people. And he said this, therefore completely making his whole case obsolete and diminishing any kind of credibility that it had. He said that once he runs out of money and he's broke, he's just gonna sue people and get a bunch of money because that's how it works apparently.
Yeah.
With what money?
That's what I'm saying. That's the problem, right?
Yeah.
He said, when I need to, I'll sue you. I know you're doing some stupid shit, but when I need to, I will.
Yeah, and of course, he has to do the thing. He can't just shut up and not say anything and do it by surprise. He has to give everyone prior warning of this, months, years. He's not going to fucking do it for a start, but it's like I always say, he can't just be cool. He can't just sit back and let something happen. He has to talk about it endlessly on his stream. It's like, the man doesn't know tact, basically.
He needs to find some lawyers that'll work pro Yola.
Wow.
And that's Crayola, by the way. Okay, the Gravity Dragon says, isn't that the dentist guy? Yes, it is. He's been busy. He's taken some time off from the practice. He's going to be back, all right? He's taken some less patience. Big ups, Gravity Dragon. Yeah. Got a question for you.
He got laid off because of AI. AI is now doing everybody's dentistry.
Are you worried about AI for your practice, Sam? Are you worried about that coming for your jobs?
Could that be a thing?
I mean, one day it will. One day it absolutely will, guys. Everything in think about it. At some point, maybe right now, not right now, but a robot's going to be able to be a better dentist than Sam is. At some point.
Oh, that's not hard. Yeah, but yeah, but no. To be fair, though, no. The more you see on a day-by-day basis, the more you start to think, "Fucking hell."
Yeah, at some point.
This is all getting a bit real now. But yeah, I think I'm all right for a while.
Paradox has a question for you, Sam. What are the chances of an extended cut of Direct Capture? The song is an absolute bop. Please be greater than 0%. What say you, Sam, to that?
Funnily enough, we were talking about this earlier, and I for years I've been like, well, I want to at least do something different. Like before I do that, because all I've done is Direct Capture, and everyone I'm just the Direct Capture guy. But now that I've thought about it, I'm like, do you know what? I'd quite like to hear it. So maybe we'll see.
That's the scam. Drop one awesome song and then not make another song, and then everyone remembers you at your top. That's the fucking asshole scam. Yeah. I released too many songs.
I know. Yeah. No, but I would have to go all out on it though. I'd have to take it way too far. I always do, and I would not only I'd not only make it, I would get it professionally fucking mastered. It'd be on Spotify. It'd be but yeah, I can think of one person that I know I'd want to get on it for sure, to make it legit. But,
that's the problem with Sam is he's a perfectionist of the highest degree, so that's why he doesn't do anything, guys. Just letting you know, he makes his videos so good. You like his videos, but they take a long time because he is a perfectionist, and you'd agree with that, Sam.
That's the truth.
Yes.
Yeah, that's why I haven't put a video out in 2 or 3 years or whatever it is, because I still haven't finished the script for it, because I'm not going to be happy with it ever. So Tony
whatever. T says, big ups for Sam. My tea and crumpets, enjoying dentist. It's about to be a great day. Let's go. Big ups, Tony T. Reno Ryan says, big ups to Reno Ryan. Big ups to Vincemus KS says, fantastic Mr. Sam, the stepdad who stepped up. The stepdad who stepped up. Thank you. Duke Messiah says, you heard it from the dentist's mouth. ALT has to make Sam come. That is true. I do. That's why he's here today.
Poor choice of words. Yeah. As soon as I came on, I said that you have to make me come.
Hey, Bob Starsky noticed it as well. Yes, ALT, please make Sam come. Too late. Notifox says,
what is it with me and fucking... I'm like the anti-DSP. I can't stop talking about coming and fucking...
The best one was the...
Cunnilingus.
Yeah, that was the best. Yeah. He said, I know what that's about. Me and Meerkat were like, I never had that problem. But Sam out of nowhere was like, well, I kind of get it. We were like, oh. Notifox says, big ups being right about Phil working out. He's ripped. He's huge. He's muscular. Yeah, we'll talk about that. Do not worry. And I will take my victory lap. I will take my victory lap, but it's a long one. Pat Noticer in the house, who made that video, by the way. Shout out to Pat Noticer. How many original songs the Detractors made? There's a legendary legend, and it was Frog Machine, who has a playlist of every single song made about DSP that he has ever found. And I always said when I find new ones, I send it to him as well. And we are up to, I believe, 2,000, I think. Let me
What?
tell you. Yeah, I think something like that. I'll tell you. I'll find it.
What?
It is insane. Okay, and I'll give you the link to the playlist as well. Yeah. Okay. Here he is. The entire list, all songs. He has two actually. One with AI, one without AI, because I know a lot of people don't want AI. Excuse me. It is 1,131 videos is the total number right now. So we've crossed the 1,000 mark right now, and they go back as far as 14 years, I believe, is the oldest one on there. Okay, so there we go.
Wow.
There is the
Of
song.
course, there's all those AI ones. That's made things a lot easier, hasn't it?
Yes, that has picked up, but it has slowed down, to be honest. They're not like that was the hot thing last year. Many thought you were maybe protesting that by leaving, but no, they are going away a little bit. But they're still hype. I just think as long as you get the lottery, they're fine, right? As long as you hit the let's say AI RNG lottery, there can be good AI songs, but...
Yeah, I can imagine. I've never tried it, to be honest. Not with music, anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I can imagine it being the same as because I use a lot of Photoshop at work when I'm not holding a drill.
Yes. As you do, yes.
The generative AI stuff is sometimes great, sometimes like, what? Why have you put a cat on my screen? Like, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, sometimes it makes... One thing I'll say with AI, and I know everyone hates this, people that say positively about AI songs, sometimes it does shit that a human would not do. And then you're like, okay, that's kind of fucking cool. Like that one song I did about I'm a happy man or whatever, there was one single word in the chorus that it did a background vocal to, and it says, it's like I, and no human would think to do that. But I was like, all right, that's kind of cool, man. But anyway, I'm not going to blow AI anymore. That I already do. Jericho TSK says, I still maintain that the original guy meant drink pool cleaner, which is an actual thing I've heard human-style people say. So glad to see Steve back. Big ups, that being said, in chat. No, this was a meme. The guy that did that, Bird, I think is his name, not Early Bird. That's a different thing. We didn't even talk to Sam about Meerkat. We kind of forgot about that. The Early Bird stuff. You know what I'm talking about. But anyways, you know what I'm talking about. Remember?
That was like 2 weeks ago. I already forgot.
Yeah, that was 2 weeks ago. The person that DSP donated to. Remember? With the coffee thing?
Oh.
Yeah.
I did see something about this, actually, yeah.
But anyways, not him, not that bird. This bird was a real YouTuber. They were going around to random streams and saying drink pool water. It was really what they were doing for a video. That's just kind of video they were making. But anyways. Okay, let's get to let's go. Anything else you want to share though, Meerkat? You want to get moving on to the more recent events?
Well, now that we talked about AI, I added one AI thing that I thought was funny. I just kind of stumbled upon it in my bookmark, so I'm like, let's just watch this again.
Here we go. Let's go.
Yeah.
See,
yes,
this was my favorite era of the AI usage. All this just random stuff.
This feels like a long time ago.
I love how it turns his hat into like it goes from like a flat what are they called, snapback? Sorry, and it kind of turns it into like a I don't know what you call it.
That's his real hat. Then it goes into more of a beanie. Oh, like a top hat. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, or like the bucket hat sort of thing.
Yeah, yeah, more Oasis style. Anyways. Anyway.
Look at his face.
Let's just leave that up. Digital Gangster says, I've been watching you guys for years and never contributed. I'm a criminal. Yes, you are. Thank you for doing that. DSP said a lot of stuff about that recently, how if you're just watching for free, hey, maybe you want to throw in a few bucks every once in a while. Whatever. Let's get to it now. So we're going to chronological order here, but there's one kind of main event thing we got to get to. Oh, actually two, because the thing that happened before last night and then last night. So let's get through the kind of little stuff before we reach up to that point. But before we do that, of course, Sam has seen some of these, I know, but let's get one going here now. So this one is from Vine Sauce, a 643,000 subscriber channel. Let's see what they say about our boy.
Spiky things are going to make this tough. I have to find an opening. Maybe I should use X to build energy. Oh, it's very, very hand-holdy right now. Well, DSP will be happy with this.
That was it. Let's do another quick one here. Someone playing Metal Gear. This is a Sea Dog. He has 323,000 subscribers. Uh-oh.
Blind? Oh my god. Oh my god, it's right there. Oh my god. I did not see that. Oh my god. I didn't see it. Holy shit.
Am I too late?
Just wait.
Worse than Darkside. Don't say I'm worse than Darkside, Phil. That's such a deep cut.
He's alive.
A deep cut.
Tech president.
That's such a deep cut.
He actually got offended, though. He actually got hurt by that.
He said that's such a deep cut. That's a good. Also, this meme exists now. Big ups to this.
yes.
I love how someone
Fucking hell.
I thought this was the best. Yes, I indeed have left the camera on the whole time. That's the best. It should have made it more DSP-esque, but there we go. Anyways, okay. Something silly before we get to the normal stuff. This one is DSP was watching some Nintendo, what's it called, trailer stuff, and this happened. Cerulean86 pointed this out. I thought it was very funny.
And voice.
Look at him dancing away, having a good time. Woo, yeah, cool.
The me characters you create will enjoy their items however they see fit. And
Whoa! Hold on. I thought it was a happy place. Hang on. I think it reminded him of somebody you might know that gets blamed for a lot of stuff. You know?
Oh, yes.
Who knows?
It was the finger was so close. It only needs to go from here to here.
He did a sidetrack, detour. Whoa!
Yeah.
Yes, he is African American gentleman. Seems smart. He's reading. He's definitely. Ryan says, "Who made the compilation video of Phil saying blood disease instead of gout?" Oh, I haven't seen that one. But he does do that now. He said this week, he said, "I can't have red meat due to my situation."
Mm-hmm.
You get the situation. And Gravity Dragon says, "Oh, ALT ignored the oh my god part of my super chat. I've been thought this." So I usually do skip the OMGs. I won't anymore though, Gravity Dragon. I promise I will not. Okay. So one big theme of this week is DSP has received, everyone on Kick has received a new way to give money, which is pretty great. And you remember 50-bit bitches? Well, now we have 50 kickers. And DSP spent the beginning of 2 streams explaining what they are. He was also confused about how much they were worth. He said, now, it hasn't been confirmed. He knew you could buy 100 for $1.10 or something, but he was still confused on how much they cost. So he said, okay, I guess it's for a penny. But now everyone's doing the troll of sending him pennies. So he got kind of pissed at this at one point. Let's watch that.
Yeah, as you can see, they're going to have to fix this system on Kick. What's happening right now, the Kick chat, you're unable to disable messages for people sending kicks. So you have people sending one kick, and the entire chat is just people sending one kick, and it's a penny. So literally, you could have 4 people doing that, and they could just dominate the whole chat. No one can ever talk. And you make like $2. So they got to fix that. It should be, you can only see it in the chat if like someone sends 100. It shouldn't be like for 1 that it pops up in the chat. I'm definitely glad we don't pop us on the stream for that.
Yeah.
Can you imagine my whole face was covered in shout outs for fucking 1 penny?
So the new thing is, spamming him for pennies. He did admit recently that, remember, I know you saw back when we were talking about how he did get like verified on Kick or whatever to give money. People just being there give him money now. He has admitted when times were bad 2 weeks ago that he gets almost nothing from that. That story changed real quick about how, guys, Kick needs to step it up. I think I'm getting much for you just being here? No, it's almost nothing. And he said this now. Like that whole storyline has changed.
Wow.
Now it's getting pelted with pennies, and there is someone named Penny Fairy, I believe, on Kicklarper that is sending pennies, and it's just a whole thing.
You know what's better than that? The moral support.
Yes.
Because This guy would start begging and he would hope for money to come in and people would just be spamming moral support, which to DSP is very valuable, as you know.
He said, can I pay? He literally said, like, can I buy groceries with moral support? No, I can't. So consider please stepping up. Please, guys, consider stepping up, honestly. I mean... And he really set that up too, so it's an automatic thing. Just do whatever points you got, penne points, do 100, and then people spam it, of course, and you know how it goes. But anyways, next up,
you can't just be grateful as well. I mean, I know it's slightly annoying just because, but it's like literally it is money at the end of the day, as much as it is small amounts, obviously. But it's like it's engagement. It's it's a bit of a laugh, but no, of course he has to fucking complain about it. Nothing's ever good enough for our Phil.
He just is very tilted at Kick these days because Kick has really slowed down their support. Some people that were there that were dropping 20s are now dropping 5 if he's lucky, and now he's getting way less subs as ever. And he's more actively angry at them than ever, right? So it's like he is no longer playing around like, okay, mostly LARPers in Kick Chat. He'll say, I'm looking at you now, Kick Chat. Been in chat all day, you LARPers. And it's like actively angry, which is, not the most successful way to get an audience, but.
Yeah, but at the same time, I don't know what the current Dent rotation is, but every time he has like an incredibly aggressive begging segment, somebody comes through and gives him like a shit ton of money.
Yes.
So that empowers him even more to be even more aggressive, especially to the people that are not giving money. Because he knows that if he pressures them enough, somebody's going to fold and open the Velcro wallet.
Yes. Yeah. So he will literally, truly, as we're going to see in a second, go to the ends of the earth begs just because one dude's going to give him 100. And I guess that makes it worth it. And then, like Meerkat, I saw your tweet. I think I have it here. The cycle continues, but I will say this: the cycle of DSP, like this cycle, as we all know what it is, it goes toxic, trolled, smug, whaled. This cycle. It's never been faster than it is now, right? It's never been faster. I think, it's just, it's like it goes by day to day now. It's just. And you see this week, it was Wednesday, he really was saying shit like, I have no free... We're going to watch it, so I won't say too much, but I have no freedom. I can't do whatever I want. I'm tired of this. Tell me what to do, guys. And the next day, he said, I have people that support whatever I do. Whatever I want to do, people support me. People come out to streams. They're loving the streams. It's wild.
Yeah.
I guess it's like midlife crisis shit. I don't know. I haven't had mine yet, luckily. I'm not in my midlife yet, so I'll tell you when I get there. So... Thank you.
And that's like, it must be such an agony to have a stream like this where you micromanage so much shit. Because I know, ALT, you do a lot of complicated stuff in OBS that requires a lot of setting up, a lot of micromanaging, but it's not in the same way that DSP does it, because he like talks about micromanaging and then has to do micromanaging for every single aspect of everything. And it's so draining to have to do that every day. When you just pretend that you just show up and chill and have fun and relax and whatever. But there's so much more complete bullshit, worthless, useless nonsense on top of all of that.
Yes.
And well,
so
it's like
trackers. Go ahead.
Well, it's like micromanaging, like lies on top of bullshit, though, isn't it? Like it's like he doesn't mean any of the things he says. Like he's not passionate about what he's doing, and he has to keep track of all the nonsense that he said the previous day that he doesn't really mean, and and micromanaging presumably people, maybe knowing, does he know who's coming by to tip him that day, or whatever's going on in that Discord, and all this nonsense that isn't normal for normal, every other streamer's just like doing the ALT thing, sort
Once you set it up, you're done.
Not one's ALT. Yeah.
I mean, most streamers, when they put the hard parts before the stream, and then when you push start, okay, maybe you got to change a scene or two, like we do here. I got to push a scene or two, but I don't have to do that much. He has 18 different leaderboards now. I got 10 kicks here. I got 3 tips there. And you missed it last week. He had a debt tracker. And I'm not saying dent, a debt with a B. So what that means is we're rolling over goals, Sam. So what that means is the previous night missed the goal. You could catch up the next day.
I've sort of heard of this, and I'm like, it's almost like I don't want to know. Like, it was so beautifully simple before. As much as it was awful, you know, all this goals on top of what, you know, but we knew where we were. But now I'm like, what? He made that yesterday, and so that's carrying out. I don't know.
Yeah.
What a nightmare.
On top of that, he does like currency conversion live. So somebody would send him like 50 knocks and he would look it up how much it is and then put it on the leaderboard. There's so much. Never before has there been so much bullshit nonsense in a gaming stream. Never.
Yeah.
I think I said this 3 months ago. It's never been less about the games than it is right now. It really hasn't, guys. It really hasn't. It's not about games at all. He'll go through the stream. I was thinking about making a video about this. Like, I know, Meerkat, you had the video where we went through the tweets of DSP recently, and they're just all begging. I mean, that's the only thing he does is about begging now. Every single tweet is like, come down support. When that used to be not be. Remember he tried not to do that for a while? You remember?
Yeah. When
he was like fighting it, the urge, and now it's just every single tweet. But he says shit like, hype stream coming up. We got a lot to talk about on the pre-stream. And then you watch the pre-stream, and it's like, do I want Burger King or Subway? 30-minute discussion, roundtable. But it's not even roundtable.
And the money stuff as well, yeah.
Yeah. And on that topic, can we watch the clip that says, is the long one, in real life, no one cares about the internet shit? Because that ties into all of that.
Okay, gotcha.
Because I think he has reached the point where he has realized, hey, people hate me already, so now I can do whatever the fuck I want because money is money. Okay, and all this other bullshit, fuck that.
So this is from last night, but we'll still get to last night later. But this is from last night, not about his physique, let's say. Here we go.
Okay, really. The other factor is, and here's the other thing that no one seems to understand. Outside of the realm of the internet, all the things that people say about me on the internet don't matter. When I leave my house to go get groceries or to go somewhere with my wife, to go shopping or to go on a nice little day out, which we're going to do, over the next couple of days, we're going to have some time together, which is really nice. When we go to dinner, do you think that anyone in real life outside of the realm of the internet gives two shits what anyone says about me on the internet?
Mm-hmm.
No. You want to know why? Because my money is just as green as everybody else's. Nobody gives a shit. So why do I care if a bunch of know-nothing, do-nothing idiots who are eternally stuck online care if they like me or not and say nasty things about me? No one on the real plane of existence cares about that. No one. I have the same rights and privileges as every other person.
But then, like, what's your point though? Because that goes for everyone. Like that anyone could say that. Like,
yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, he's no different to anyone else. So I don't get what his point is.
It's just, I guess he's trying to cope about like, yeah, I'm a lolcow, but no one cares. But then the only place people care is the only place he lives his life, which is online, right?
Right.
Yeah.
You can't say that when you don't leave your house,
The key point is when he said, my money is just as green as everybody else's. Because it's like the ends justify the means. Who cares if he's scamming the dents? Who cares if he's taking his clothes off for money? Who cares if he's showing his feet? Because he gets the money. But then again, this is the same guy that spent so many years virtue signaling about how he's so much better, so much more moral, so much more ethical than all these other streamers that just want your money. And now he's just sitting here being like, well, you know what? Your money is perfectly good. I can do whatever I want.
And that's telling, right? And it's also telling when you have to explain away how much you don't care about something, guys. Just being honest. The more you have to explain about how you don't care, it's like when you call your ex, say, you know what? I don't even care anymore. I don't even like you anymore. I don't even think about you anymore, to be honest. So just leave, okay? I don't even care if you'd like me anymore or whatever. I don't care. You have a new boyfriend? Like, I even care. Like, I know his name. It's like, come on, man.
Like, this would be, I guess, an understandable speech from somebody that actually did some interesting stuff outside of the internet. Because this guy spends more time as Darkside Phil than he does as Phil Burnell. And when he's Phil Burnell, he's on his couch or eating DoorDash or going outside to buy groceries and fast food.
Yeah. And the only interesting things that he does to him, or things that he could name that he does, are always the same things. It's always a nice meal or grocery shopping. Like there's no other. What else is there?
That's a hype day. Come on.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, huge day. So I went grocery shopping, got some pet supplies, then we came home, got some DoorDash. Huge day, massive. That's from his own mouth too. Well, also his, the bank leaks that he says aren't his. That showed that too, guys. He didn't go anywhere.
No.
His life
He
is
went to
5
the same
locations.
places.
Yeah. His life is 5 locations. You know what I mean? And unloading groceries. Yeah, it's the Matt. That's right. Unloading groceries is a 4-hour job. So that is true. I forgot about that. Okay. Next up.
Well, now it's a lot faster because he's buff now, but we're going to get to that later.
yeah, we're going to get there. Okay, so this is the new thing he does. He's been doing this very frequently now, almost once a day, and it's very cool and cute, and everyone loves it.
Thank you, Darkside Burdell. I appreciate you. All right, guys, come on. Right now, all right, ready? When I say go, everyone shower me with support so that we can get halfway to the goal or beyond. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go!
They were sending him moral support, by the way. The chat was crazy during that segment.
It's just a waterfall.
So far, this is a pretty dry shower. We got a few single kicks.
Not paused.
Podcast, by the way. Or is it? No, gameplay.
This is gameplay.
Well, I
This is
tried,
like
guys.
gameplay.
Please, we had such great momentum this week. Let's not let it stutter now. Listen, I understand that with Sweet Code in, I'm probably never going to hit a goal again. I understand that. But for the new releases at this point, please, let's keep the momentum going. We were doing so well. We're at 3 out of 10. If we keep the momentum going.
It's like a teacher talking to a student and saying, you're doing so well. The last 3 tests, you got all A's. Don't lose this momentum, please.
It means that we're going to do a nice DSP tries it earlier on next week.
Nice DSP tries it.
Right? We got to go. Let's do it. Come on, let's get some support, all right?
This is when he was at max desperation. So 2 weeks ago, he was literally like 7 of 8 misses. And then this new Final Wish character showed up. And that kind of changed it because they're just dropping like $500 a stream or whatever. And here's the wild thing, though. Okay, like you think that would put him in a great mood. Right? Usually, wow, I'm getting wailed out. But that just was not the case at all. It's like his mood didn't change. And it seems like last night it did a little bit. But after he got $400 yesterday in the pre-stream, he was still down, immensely down. Before we get to that, the main event's coming up here. But this was a thumbnail that exists. Thoughts, boys?
This is the greatest thing I've ever seen in my life.
It looks like he has no teeth.
It does. And all the other, like the outtake pictures from this photo session that he was doing were equally as good. I love this era we're in right now. Like this is the best part of it. This Derek's gone. The guy whoever was doing his thumbnails before, I don't know who it was. I know Derek did some, didn't he? He did like the tier maker ones or whatever it was. And there was this other guy. Yeah, here we go.
Here's the outtakes. This is the trying to find the gold.
Yeah. But like we're in. Oh my god.
He's trying to get a thumbnail so fucking hard. Oh god. Oh god.
But yeah, we're in peak DSP making his own thumbnails again territory now, and it's great.
Do you know how he does it?
Well, looking at that, it's literally screen capping one image and putting text over it. There's not much more to it than that, is there? I don't think.
Yes, it's in his video editing software, allegedly. He just takes a frame and he just screenshots it and puts some text on it, and that's it.
Yeah. Yes.
Which
literal no effort required, no more than like you could make that in OBS while you're streaming if you wanted that kind of like
Yeah.
he's even got the little crappy border that he's why does he do that? He's still got the because he doesn't have the webcam. What the fuck was that?
My bad.
He doesn't have the webcam border anymore. He just has the little bar at the bottom, and he still left that on there as well. Just things like that.
Here's the hot take, and I'm gonna steal Len the Deranged take on this because he posted on Twitter. So a thumbnail should be indicative of the content, and this thumbnail shows you exactly what kind of content this is. It's low effort. It's a guy who is completely out of touch with what makes a thumbnail a good thumbnail and a clickable thumbnail. It's lazy, and we have the little soy face that doesn't really do what it's supposed to do. So in a way, it's kind of a good thumbnail in the specific way that it represents the content.
That's so true. So true. Yeah.
I made a tweet about this one after this thumbnail came out that I thought was because I wanted to showcase something here. So as usual, DSP is late to the party in many ways. Almost throughout his entire YouTube career has been late to the party on things. So this is a video from, I believe, 3 years ago.
What I'm saying? And everyone was trying different stuff. Some people were literally using every tactic possible on YouTube, including the clickbait thumbnail.
Clickbait thumbnails.
Clickbait titles.
Clickbait titles. Now he includes rage as much as he can. Okay, the rage. We got to get that rage in here.
Reaction videos. All the cheap ways to get attention on YouTube. They were just out to make money. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's do every possible thing to be popular and make money.
There you go. And he went through all the ways to possibly make money because we have to do it.
But the penny hasn't dropped, or he doesn't allow himself to believe it anyway, that he's tried all these things and yet he still can't make any of them work, you know? And what's the, like we always say, like, what's the common denominator? But he always manages to talk his way around, steer around the Phil-sized common denominator in his life.
But then I think, at least mentally, when he gets to that point where he starts to realize, okay, I tried this and it doesn't work, the goalposts get shifted. Because then it's like, well, those people, they have like a team of editors who edit their video to be catchy and all these other stuff. So,
he really was just trying to, all this new shit he did. And he also said people that do RGBs are fake gamers. Remember that? Anyone that uses RGBs are fake gamers, as Oberken says. They're all just trying to make a quick buck with the RGBs. If you don't need RGBs, right? If you're interesting was a big thing he said. If you're interesting, you don't need that stupid stuff. Well, how come you do it as much as possible right now? Jesus Christ!
It's crazy that he's given in to most, if not everything, except sitting at a desk. Like, that's the one thing that he refuses to do still. And now he might as well be, but instead he's built this weird fucking situation around himself when he streams, trying to make it work.
He's sitting on two desks because one is immediately in front of him where he has the mouse and keyboard when he plays the PC stuff, and the other one is where the camera is in that direction, where it's also a desk with the laptop. So he got two desks.
The shaky boy desk.
So guys, I wanted to go back on a previous topic, something that ALT started talking about, made me think about something. I think there's an underlying storyline that is unfolding behind the scenes that we don't know about.
Yes.
And why I'm thinking this is this guy, he's getting wailed out. Like you said, he got somebody give him like $400 something. He was still begging. And the question is why, I guess. First thing that I'm thinking is the gambler's mentality. He's thinking to himself, I'm winning right now, so let's keep playing. Let's milk this for all it's worth. The begging is working right now, so let's pocket as much money as possible. Other thing I'm thinking is, Kat, I'm pointing the thumb at the door. But yes, you know that woman?
Yes.
She wasn't doing well health-wise, and those things are expensive. So I don't know. People can share in the comments what they think is going on, because it's very interesting for me when there's some behind the scenes conspiracies going on. But what do you guys think?
One thing I want to say, I did not think of this myself. Someone said, if you did an extension on your taxes in America, They could be due in October, next month. And you would be paying now the King Arc taxes, which were, as you know, very inflated numbers.
Of course.
That would mean, who wants a piece of that money is Uncle Sam. And if you spend it all, assuming you're going to keep it going, as he has a track record of doing, you know what I mean? That could be a thing. Right?
Well, that's I believe that now for sure. That I'm on that team now for sure, man. That's changed. That's not changed my mind because I had no idea, but no, man, that makes so much sense. But he's not dropping as many nuggets these days, is he? Am I right in saying? No. We're not getting as many like behind the scenes tidbits?
He doesn't have to though. Because like the current style of begging is give me money now. It doesn't need to have a reason. And I think like years ago we talked about it, that it would get to a point where he would just say, give me money now. And he desensitized the dents to such an extent where he doesn't need a reason. The reason is that he wants your money. And that you're going to give it to him.
And hold on. I think that's why this goal system, he loves it so much, is because we don't have to beg for bills anymore. We can beg for... let's get this 10 streak going, guys. You know, it's way easier to say, guys, we're 5 away from the goal. Let's get it going. That's easier than saying, guys, I have 2 big bills coming up. Because he knows it's harder to make fun of that. Well, he thinks, but it's the same shit in the end. But you know what I'm saying. How many times he said this year, guys, I used to be horrible. I used to share all my financial problems with everyone. And I was horrible. I shouldn't have done that. So he knows he can't do that anymore. So this is how he can't say anything like he used to because he knows that'll look real bad, right?
What's funny about that though is that the carrot on the end of the stick is him eating food. That's what's mental to me.
How embarrassed, dude. Imagine like that's how you. I mean, we all know they're not normal people in any way, but imagine if that's the streamer you're watching and like that's the goal you're working towards. Streamers have all sorts of goals. If they're hot chicks, it's different. But, hot chicks will be like, I'll wear this or whatever, bikini reveal or whatever. But, a lot of streamers have things like, I'll play this game. Like, DSP
I'll
used
play
to have
this
those.
game or I'll do something that I don't want to do or will be hard. Like, I'll play this scary game because scary games freak me the fuck out or, all that, whatever it is, but something out of the ordinary that you're going to have to pay me to do. I want compensation for this. Not, I will sit here and sloppily eat some nasty whatever.
Yeah, like it's so embarrassing, man. Imagine that's your life is supporting somebody so they can eat food in front of you that he has to have as a meal, by the way, because he won't even eat bad stuff. You know that, right? Yeah. He has to be a meal.
I'm right in saying as well that it's not only that now, it's if you don't do this, then I'll have to tell my wife she has to cook.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. You don't want to give Kat... Do you want me to give Kat bad news right now? Honestly, I will. Yeah. That's like, are we supposed to be taking care of her too? Jesus. Yeah. That's so... I mean, that's how you know. Yeah,
another thing is that he used to do DSP Tries It for free. For years, and now it's just $1,500. So inflation must be pretty tough on him, and not just on Kat.
Yes, it's a very sad thing. If pretend you're a halfway normal human being that enjoys DSP content, all right, and that's the goal we're pushing towards. Yes, I'll give you $50 DSP. We're one goal closer to giving you $1,500 to eat a hamburger. Yes, that's a good idea. Oh, yes, I definitely want to spend 30 minutes on the pre-stream choosing what food you're going to eat. Definitely. This is what I'm looking for in my level 1 podcast. Which is also something he's realized he doesn't want to put effort into that anymore. So now he's doing a podcast about twice a week. He still does the same thing, but he doesn't call it the pre-stream podcast. It's the less effort pre-stream podcast, which means he just sits there waiting for $50 so he can start the stream or 200 people to get there, which sometimes he doesn't get, so he gets pissed.
Which is how we got to that awkward situation the other day where he was like, so you're saying I'm a podcaster?
Yeah,
that whole thing.
Yeah. I put that on here if you want to see. I put that on Twitter too. So this one was right here. So he literally, this is in the last week, I think 3 days ago or something. Not that
Something
one.
like that, yeah.
It's right here.
It's
So
Phil.
Yeah, no, that's a good
video
that's a
Phil,
good video
wasn't it?
though, by the way. It's DSP
Oh, okay.
making himself in there. But look at this.
Oh, of course.
Okay,
Right.
so this is something that legitimately happened, everybody. This was about 5 minutes before his stream is scheduled to start. DSP says, "Good morning, all active participants."
Well, to be fair, if you're a Dark Side Phil enjoyer, even ironically, you know that the stream doesn't start after 20 minutes.
That's true. I know. That is true. But still. And I did these right at the same time. I did it live. Everyone knows it. I wasn't like cherry picking. I went to see Good Morning, and there was no one else in there. And it lasted for minutes. And, I mean, that Meerkat's right, though. There's a reason. You know, there's a reason, because he doesn't start for another half an hour till that comes. And if the only way he's going to talk to you if you say something that pisses him off in chat, then he'll talk to you. No, actually, I'm not playing that game because my fans never like Metroidvanias. Thanks. And then 21 minutes of waiting.
Why are we talking about Kanye or whatever it is? That, you know.
Yeah. Dude, he streams in the house. Says maybe he went to Connecticut to convince mom on another 10-year plan for tax money during that week off. I don't know. I mean, it could be, but I don't think he went anywhere. Honestly, we still don't know what happened during that week off. I think it was. I like the idea of it being a strike style warning, but I don't know. Who knows? That's my theory currently.
Presume we will know at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think because of the LolCow podcast thing that they did. So the quick recap: they clickbaited that Keemstar helped DSP with some copyright strikes or community guideline strikes. And then LolCow Live started, and Keemstar was like, so what's this thing about DSP and DMCA strikes? So no one knew what that was about. And DSP's reaction seemed like he was genuinely confused at that. And he kind of laughed it off. So I don't think it was that.
Yeah, he's a bad actor too. So if that was the real thing, he'd be like, I have no DMCA. What? Like you would kind of see it. So that's true too. McDonald in the house with the £5. Thank you, McDonald. Will Penn says ALT's midlife crisis will hit in 2250. I'll take that. That's a long time away. That's pretty hype. I'll take that. Velvet Raven says, I would love to see a Darvo side-filled lore dive. The fully mask-off, blame-shifting narc powers on full display. I think Phil's a few whale calls away from snapping on stream at this point. And I think so, too. Because if you were there for the last week, it's wild. So let's play a little bit of this. This is 40 minutes, so I'm going to start at 1.5 speed because we can't get through all this. But this lasted the entire day. This is Memology 101.
Suicode N2, historically, my least supported streams right now. I want to flip that script. I want to change that narrative. I want to hit the goal on this stream so that it's not the dead game or the dead stream that Phil
And this is how we start the podcast, and this is the entire podcast. Okay? This is that you wanted some gaming content? This is what you get.
Himself. I want to have people support my content. Let's go. The way that they've set
Is this an official podcast, by the way, just for context?
I'm not sure. Good question.
Not sure.
I don't know.
There's absolutely no way for me, the streamer, to regulate any of this at all. Okay? Well, what does that mean?
I'm going to skip the kick talk real quick. The kicks thing. He's talking about kicks for a while.
Because I've heard various different reasonings for this. I've heard things like, well, these games are boring.
Oh, here we go. Sorry.
That's your fault. You're right. I should have designed the game myself, I guess.
Yeah.
When I start playing any of those games, I lose audience. I'll give you a perfect example. Right now, I currently have 224 viewers on YouTube. I currently have 104 viewers on Kick. And if I booted up Silksong right now to play it, I would go down to 130 viewers on YouTube and 50 viewers on Kick.
And remember, this is the thing where this is the game where that final whatever dude is the one that's wailing out. Like, they're the one that's keeping Silksong alive. A single person is giving him $400 or whatever every time he plays Silksong, and we're bitching about it this hard, right? Because it didn't happen one time.
And I'm not exaggerating. But if I booted up Call of Duty, I would retain the viewership. In fact, the viewership might even go up. Wait, what? So if I play an overblown, overproduced AAA game,
he talked to himself. Wait, what?
Comes out every year, never any different, same old song.
Wait, what?
And dance, repetitive game loop over and over. I can get more viewers than playing the unique, best-in-class, small-time developed, but amazingly awesome, hit it on all cylinders, amazing Game of the Year contender. Yes, for some reason.
Yes.
This audience will not stick around for the best games. And
this audience, like there's someone else.
What? Yeah.
This ties in with
Yeah.
whenever he tries to make the people who are currently watching him explain to him why other people that they don't know are not watching him. And he just sits there and looks at chat and demands an explanation. That's one of the all-time DSP-isms.
Yeah, explain for your. Oh, let me just find someone here. Biggest boss. Explain about the other people that aren't here. Give me what's their story. What's their deal? Tell me. Like they're all one team or something. Like your brother didn't show up for school and the teacher asked, "Where's your brother at?" You know, that's what he does with his audience.
I guess the question is, what gives? All right, because I've heard various different reasons for this. I've heard things like these games are boring. I've heard things like, well, they're so popular, people have already seen them. Or we're actually playing them, so we don't want to watch, right? I've heard all these different rationales. And maybe in truth...
Dude, you've been doing this for how long? Like...
I've heard all these different rationales.
Why are we still here? It's crazy.
Yeah. He's been doing this since before Sam was gone. Imagine that.
Yes.
No,
it's been rough.
I mean, being a content creator in inverted commas, like the whole thing, like... I just, it's so sad that this is what he's become. I mean, obviously this goes without saying, it's Dark Side Phil for fuck's sake, but he's been doing it for 17 years and this is it, you know, it's not just sorry, I can't even fucking get my words out. Like, what are we making here? What are we doing? Like, we're just sitting here and waiting for money. Like,
I see what you're saying. If you like back out from this whole world for a minute, and then you look in again, and you say, "What the fuck are we doing here, guys?" You know what I mean? It is wild if you think about it like that. You know, like what are we? This is the video that you're putting out to be consumed by your audience right now. Interesting. Yeah. Very cool. Like
with your audience there expecting the game that you're talking about, like, and you're doing this. Do you know what I mean? Like,
and you know that his response to this is to just talk about the third path that he chose, because he is in a completely different situation to anyone who has ever existed. So he needs to do things in this specific way because he has to. So that's his justification. It was all about this. It was all building up to him normalizing this behavior to the point where you can't even complain about it, because then you're the one in the wrong. You're the one who has a problem with these obvious things that shouldn't be happening.
I mean, and that's why Evil Dave, a good point. That's why his viewership is down to less than 200 before he starts now. That was insane. I would want to say before the King arc even started, he was still normal to wait before when he got like 300 viewers, he'd be like, all right, that's cool. Or 200 for the night stream or something. I can't remember the numbers. We should check that. But it's not, the viewership is going down, absolutely. Even he can see it. That's why he's using this new YouTube shit to kind of explain it away. You know, the YouTube like ad block or whatever thing. Stuff. But it's like, it doesn't even affect me. But then he's waiting for, I want to hope more viewers come today. Yeah, you know.
I'm the one who plays the games.
Yeah, the little I have seen, I've seen a few clips of him saying, "We're just here waiting to build up attendance." That seems to be like a part of his like vernacular now, and it's like, wow, we're really doing this now.
Don't give the people that are there an early start and have people show up early, because then that's what it does. It rewards showing up late. Because if you get there early, you just get him sitting there in silence waiting to get money. If you show up 30 minutes late, you're closer to the start time.
Streams and playthroughs for all of you.
My focus is on the live streams and not YouTube. I make more money off of Twitch than YouTube. I am a live streamer. I am not really a YouTuber anymore.
The goal of the stream that I put out is to get an audience, to hook that audience, to engage and entertain that audience. So that they will want to, in turn, engage with me during the stream and then reciprocate with support. Like, when he's doing this shit, he's just money, man. Okay, that's the point. That's the business model. I put out the free content. Hopefully the content is good enough for you. You like it, you want to support it, and then I can stay in business and I can support my family and I can make a good living while you continue to get that level of quality content that you're enjoying because you supported it. There you have it. So
the level 1 of quality content.
This is part of that level 1 content, by the way. This is part of that quality that's supposed to hook you in.
But I mean, it
make sense?
Kind of it really is the level 1 of content, because everybody else is doing it in a way more streamlined way, in a way more optimal way, digestible. In any kind of way is just better. That's why he's on level 1, because he has to resort to doing pathetic, shitty things like this.
Yeah, but he's in a really odd position where, like, somehow it's still working, for in a way, because there's that one guy that always shows up.
Yeah,
and he doesn't realize how lucky he is.
Well, if your model relies on only 5 people, right? That can go for a while if they are on board. You find your 5, but it's also extremely dangerous because one of the 5 dips. Then what? Because it's getting more and more difficult. As the viewership goes down, it's going to be harder and harder to keep a 5. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because there's literally the viewership is going down and down and down. There's no chance of finding new people. Oh, we're going to hear about how we're ruining his chance to find new people, by the way. Like, it's not this content right now, but it's detractors' fault he can't find new audience. So
and really the main factor, because why this is still working, is the parasociality and the way that he exploits it. But he exploits it in a very different way to other streamers, where they whenever they try to be parasocial with their audience, they talk about how awesome the audience is and how much they like them. And DSP just fucking rips into those people. Mm-hmm. And that just is kind of different, I guess. And if you're into that kind of stuff, then that's the guy for you. And there's not many of those.
Yeah, I mean, how many can there be? I know there's some, but I mean, and a big part of this is I know there's some people out there in DSP's audience that just want to felt detractors. That's a big part of it too.
Right?
They're attached their flag to DSP and will ride it until the end. But even they had the breaking point at some point. How many burgers can we beg for before it's like, all right, man? Sometimes they do say bye, like Iron Chef or whatever. But
yes, a very key point. Very key point in a dense life cycle is realizing that this is expected of you until the end of time. And then you start thinking to yourself, okay, like, what am I doing now? This is never going to end. So let's just end it now. And then he says something about a game that they like, or some other innocuous comment that just completely turns them off.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Even if you're completely committed to being against detractors, this still has to be exhausting to listen to on a day-to-day basis, regardless of whatever your position is. Like, just him and how he acts, even without this, just his nonsense gameplay is bad enough.
Yeah, there's nothing here. I mean, what is there? I can just imagine. How many of them probably have a second monitor up watching a real streamer play the game, and like they got to keep their detractor fight up while they're watching Maximilian do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like there's more than one person that does that. I guarantee it. But I got to keep fighting that good fight for Philip.
That I should focus on games.
Imagine that though, like legitimately liking Maximilian Dude, but having this agenda, against the people that don't like Darkside Phil, the complete polar opposites.
Fucking detractors. I'll skip them. I'm watching both.
I would compare this to living in a dictatorship and being at war, where you worship this guy. There's a cult of personality around this guy, and you go to war and you just start seeing people die left and right. And you start thinking to yourself, maybe this guy actually doesn't give a fuck about me. Maybe he just cares about himself and furthering his own agenda. And then you just break Pignosis and you go on a raw Phil stream or something.
Because Philip makes that clear for all but the most special. He makes it very clear to everyone. That's one thing Philip does very well, is makes it very clear he gives no fucks about you. And he'll tell you that to your face. But it takes a very special person. Yeah, go ahead.
A very rare occasion where he's gone against that and said, something like, I love you guys, or whatever, which doesn't happen very often.
Who does that? That's what abusers do after they're done. I'm just kidding. And he does that. We're not going to show the whole thing, because I probably won't show it. After this Suikoden stream ends, he says that at the end. He says, I knew we weren't going to hit the goal, guys. I knew it was going to happen. Then why did you yell at them for 5 hours about it? Right? If you thought it wasn't going to be hit, and made everyone feel like shit and not have fun the entire stream, if you knew it wasn't going to happen. But one more thing I wanted to say before you move on, play this video. That's something that people do, assholes do, to make sure shit never gets done, is to make the goal bigger and bigger. So let's say, for example, you have a broken toilet, okay? And then you say, okay, let's say your significant wife, or significant other wants to get that thing fixed. Well, you could fix the toilet, or you could say, you know what? It'd be great if we could do this whole bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
So let's just keep this. Let's keep this going. Let's put a pin in that, Kat. Oh, you want to go to Japan? Well, let's wait till we can go to Korea too. You know, if this support goes for another 2 years, then we could definitely make it an awesome trip, Kat. You're gonna love this. You know, and that's it. Maybe with the kitchen might be like that. That's just how it can go because you never have to do anything. And that's what he does with his fans and Kat, I bet. I mean, who knows about Kat, but he does it with his fans all the time. If you keep this support going for another year, I can get even more cool stuff. But what about all the shit we give you the last 2 years? You know?
Yeah, this ties into my gambler's mentality mindset because he's winning now. Why can't I just put everything on red again? And I might win. Right. What if I win again? I'm going to win so much more. So let's just keep winning, guys. Let's keep that momentum going.
So we're still in the middle of waiting for Suikoden to start. Back to this.
That are going to bring in the most amount of viewers, that are going to bring in the most amount of engagement and the most amount of support. I think it does make sense. And if you look at Clear Obscure, Blueprints, there were sometimes those streams did well, and there were many times those streams did poorly. They were not hitting goals. Viewership was poor, but I continued to play them regardless. Why? Because I loved those games.
Another thing, by the way,
yes.
I want to cut in here. So this is what he's trying to do is essentially statistical analysis. But you can't do a statistical analysis when your sample size is like 3 people who give you money. If you had like thousands of people giving you money, then you could do some analytics. You could look at the numbers and be like, okay, these people like this, and then this doesn't work out quite as much. But then you have like single-digit people who support your whole life, and you try and make sense of it, it just would not make sense because it doesn't.
It doesn't. And when one person can hit a goal, and remember, the goal is once you hit a goal, that means everyone loves the game in the universe. Everyone on the internet loves to see DSP's playthrough of whatever game hits the goal. That's what it means. In his mind, right? Oh my God, everyone loved it. Let me tell you. But really, it was one person that gave $150. So again, if you're a real dude in his chat that maybe gives a 5 every once in a while, maybe a 5 you throw every week. Like you are nothing, and you have no power in his chat at all. You are a summer ant. What is the rest of that?
Yeah, I think it says a lot when the most well-adjusted people with the best approach to his streams and his chat is Jade, because Jade shows up and is like, "Hey, Oos, I don't like this game. I'll see you around, buddy," and then he's just gone.
Yeah. He is the smartest one in there. He knows to dip out, but some people got to fight that good fight, you know? Pat Noticer in the house says, hopefully the new Tomodachi Life has an HOA option that DSP will pay hundreds for a month. Big ups, Pat Noticer. Brotherhood of Steelman has a theory and says, my theory is Phil's parents are in bad health. You may think, oh, he is worried about them. Wrong. He is upset his money bags are going away. Well, you know how long he's been talking about... I wouldn't say anything about his parents, but he's been talking about him publicly for 8 years now about how sick they are. So that's all the information I have. It's from DSP. So I'm just telling you information DSP shared. 8 years ago, they were on the last legs. That's what he said. I trust him. I trust DSP, so I'm just telling you.
They could die at any time 8 years ago. So imagine how many times they almost died.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Really fucking bad right now. After 8 years.
I'm just basing off what DSP tells me, because that's all I have to go off of, okay? Formerly Chuck says, his 3 paths in the future, live off mommy money, sue trolls, or live off disability checks. Those are the 3 paths of future Philip. And we're going to get to that. He expected to have a backlog of YouTube videos to live off of, guys.
Uh-oh.
You didn't hear that yet, Sam? Oh, I gotta play that. He really expected his backlog of YouTube videos to be his retirement plan. He did.
Oh, just... Oh my God.
And he's bitching. He has bitched so much in the last month about Spider-Man, whatever the fuck, Web of Shadows, Web of whatever.
Shadows,
Come on, yeah.
He's like, watch this. I'm gonna search for it right now. Hang on. Look, it's nowhere. What are the options? And it's like a 2025 playthrough. It's tips and tricks for this game. All shit you actually want. And he says the algorithm's not working because of that.
Yeah, nicely like put together videos with good thumbnails and nice commentary and like actual information, or someone at least having fun while they're playing it, or
Yeah, all the
whatever
cutscenes,
that
all the
was.
cutscenes, Freezy Pop, exactly. Whenever he does that, it shows, like, if I'm the YouTube dudes, the book smart dudes at YouTube, I would be so happy. It's like, yeah, he just displayed that the algorithm does exactly what it's supposed to do. Show stuff that people would be interested in watching in 2025. You know? And he tries to act like that's a negative, you know? Look how far I have to scroll down. What? You know, that's not how it's supposed to work, man, if you want YouTube to stay around.
And I need to play them, or else, number one, I'm doing myself a disservice as a gamer. Number two, when I get to the end of the year, there's no way that I can do like the best and worst games of the year if I don't play the best games. And number three, because quite frankly, I want to get some level of enjoyment out of what I'm doing. And not to say that I don't get enjoyment out of playing Call of Duty or something, but I feel like this job would have way less meaning to me if I wasn't allowed to play the best games. You understand?
Keep that in mind, right? If I wasn't allowed to play the best games.
If I was told, you have to purposefully skip all the best games of the year because no one cares about them on your streams, just play this garbage instead, I would probably hate my job. I would never want to do this again. Seriously. And I understand that this is a business and it's my job. You know, I get that. It is about support and stuff like that. But at the same time, at some point, you got to kind of put your foot down and be like, no, I'm also going to try to enjoy myself while I'm doing it. That's the point of gaming. The point of video games is supposed to be enjoyment. If you're sitting there and you play a game for 5 hours on a stream and you don't enjoy a moment of it, you fucked up.
Very, very, very hypocritical.
You're doing it wrong. That's not the point of what was created. You understand? It's supposed to be for the joy.
So I'm going to challenge you, Sam, here to tell me what the point of this rant is, okay?
Of it. And I get it.
I'm lost
it's all
already.
About money.
I really was flabbergasted.
It's the same thing that happens with professional sports or wherever big money comes, right? Well, do you think that the pro athlete always loves what they're doing? No, but they should at the very least love the game they're playing.
I mean, sorry, the point is money, of course, but, you know.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Also, they try, or they wouldn't, you know, or they wouldn't get the money at some point in their
career.
career.
They're living what they're going to do the most of, then they should actually have some level of enjoyment of doing it. I think that's been lost.
Yeah.
He just made probably the worst example he could have done, because pro athletes, all of their contracts and the amount they're paid depends on their performance. If a guy is signed for a big contract and he's a flop, he's going to get the minimum the next year or the next time he has to re-sign, because that's just how it works. It's sports. It's literally based on performance.
At some point, they earned it. I know there's sometimes athletes like they get a 20-year contract and it's way too overpriced halfway through and they stop caring. All right, that happens. But at some point, that dude earned it. And DSP now is thinking, I was big back then. Where's my lifetime contract? You know what I mean? That's what he really thinks he should have, you know? But
a hell of a lot of people, okay?
Very, very, very hypocritical.
I don't get it. So you understand where my frustration comes in. Best games of the year are coming out. I start playing them. I'm blown away.
That's the thing, though. Like, he's what? So he's 17 years into it. Like, he would be now, in football terms, he would be retired. He'd be like, I don't know, Gary Neville or something, punditing on like Sky Sports. Like, you know, he should have earned that. You know, he should have been. You know, but now. What are we doing? We're still trying to make
Gary
football
Neville,
work here.
Like, you could have a comparison for Justin Wong and Gary Neville, right? Justin Wong now isn't in the he's not doing the top.
That's what I mean.
He's like talking about the game with people. He's still playing the games, but he's earned that spot because he was a badass dude back in the day, and now he's carried that forward to new shit. DSP never has carried it forward to anything else, you know. But
or what other people do, because usually there's a saying, you create a name for yourself and then you let your name just make you money. So you use whatever talents you had in your career to just branch off into different businesses and just get passive income and get to chill and have fun and do whatever the fuck you want. And you have businesses that make you money. And he did none of that, because he's still doing essentially, in sports terms, like the same shit that he was doing when he was a rookie is the same shit.
Oh, yeah. Okay. He's like the guy that, you know, some players have to go to lower and lower. I'll try to make this British stuff understand. You can understand this, Sam. You start up, let's say you get to the Premier League, but as you get older and older, you got to keep taking less and less, less less lucrative contracts. And all of a sudden you're playing in the 5th league in Ireland or something. You know what I'm saying? And because they got to do that. You know?
Then comes the retirement, and then comes plan B, basically, which is, you know, being a pundit or a coach or whatever it is. Whereas, what the hell is this? You know, where are we with Phil? There is, I mean, obviously no plan B, but there's no plan A either. Like there's nothing. It's literally tell me what to do, and I'll maybe play a game.
He's still at like I don't know. What's the lowest level in some random town? Is like, all right, guys, you know me. I'm a big player. You've heard my name before. What do you want me to do for this team? I'll do whatever you want, man.
Yeah.
Just tell me. That's what he's doing. Yeah. But he hasn't, thought about doing anything outside of the literal thing he started with. You know what I mean? And that's the stupid thing.
Yeah, I remember, the Cat Valley that great. It's gaming sometimes quote.
Oh yeah, that was amazing.
And the immediate feedback I get from the chat, this game's boring. Go back to Call of Duty. Go back to this other game where we get a quick laugh or whatever. We don't want to see you play this one because it's too long. That gets me. It's too long. It's too long. Isn't it supposed to be a good thing? Like if the game has a good story, good gameplay elements, don't you want more of it?
Okay, so
Do I ever get bored of playing games? No, because I'm a variety game.
My bad.
A great example of all this. Sorry, we've gone on to something else, but like a great example of like how little he's offering was the Metal Gear Solid Delta playthrough he did, where from moment one he was insisting on watching all the cutscenes, but blah blah blahing all over them.
Yes.
So it was like, well, who is this content for then? Because you're insisting on sitting there and watching all of this, but no one can hear what's going on. It's just you being a dick over the top of them. So like, and not offering anything other than being obnoxious. So like, what are we doing?
Great point, by the way.
Yes,
because for people like me, I was a little bit too young for the original MGS games, and going back to them now, they're pretty old to me.
Yep,
so I would see if I'm watching a playthrough of something like this, it's going to be my first time going through this game and this experience. Yeah. And this doesn't help me at all. Having this obnoxious guy talk over the cutscene and make everything as goofy as possible while I'm trying to pay attention.
Yeah,
you know what that is though? It's just troll. It's just troll W shit. It's troll. It's avoiding giving trolls a W. Avoiding trolls being able to say he didn't care about the game. I really think that's the only reason he does the cutscenes, guys. Which is so dumb, but I really think that's it.
Yeah, because it's like he's trying to cling on to that whole like you get your raw, unedited playthroughs thing, but it's like you can't be doing that over the cutscenes then if that's the case. But and the other thing was like he's also played this game and put it out as content twice before. Okay, this is a new version of it, but it's still the same exact thing. So it's just like, what are we doing? Like, what are we offering that's of any value here?
And he tries to be an expert of all these games, and he can't remember the most basic shit of all. Like, it's so wild. Yeah, I played this game twice before, so I'm going to be pretty good at this one. And he doesn't know the characters. He's doing that with Suikoden too. Yeah. He knows no characters. This is one of my favorite games from my childhood, guys. Who's that? Oh, okay, Flick. Got it. Yeah, I remember this. I remember this guy. It's like, wow, all right.
A lot of people, no, the game's too long. I just can't follow it. I can't tune into that stream or whatever, right? So that's what I mean. It frustrates me when I know these are the best games. I want to put out playthroughs of them, and people aren't along for the ride. Instead, they say, well, I'll be back when you play so-and-so instead. But what about this being one of the best games of the year? I don't care. So honestly,
he's just creating people out of thin air, by the way, here. All these things people say, no one's actually saying this, just so you know. But
your feedback on this, okay? Because here's the thing. Some of these do get support. As of now, the reason that I've kept Hollow Knight Silksong in the rotation as primarily a daytime stream is because it has worked. Every single time that I've streamed Silksong, we've hit the support goal. So I'm able to then keep it as a daytime stream, even though the attendance dwindles, even though we go from 220 viewers down to 100-something, low hundreds. Still, I hit my support goal, so I'm able to still do that stream.
Yes.
You understand? Let's try to get some feedback, shall we? Please tag me in the chat. I want everyone's feedback on why this is.
Here we go.
Gumbulon Prime, I'm just going to say this. What you said is so fucking stupid. He goes, gotta remember, people are here for you and you have to be entertaining. Dude.
Like, imagine saying that's stupid. That's your reaction to that is, you're stupid. Yeah. You want me to be entertaining? Like, you're stupid. Fuck you.
You're in a really peculiar spot if you're DSP, because like you have to focus on both growth and profit, because this is your full-time thing, and also you're a fucking scrub that no one cares about, and you need to get people to care about you. So talking about it like my views are gonna drop, but also I get money and that's a good thing, it's not necessarily a good thing. Because those people are going to leave. Some of them will never come back because you're fucking dark side Phil. You're repulsive as shit and you're terrible at video games.
Yeah.
So how do you do this? you gotta work fucking hard. You gotta make videos that are approachable for the average audience, the average viewer, and you also have to make stuff that people are gonna give you money for, which is your audience that gives you money regularly. And that's gonna mean you gotta work overtime, you gotta learn how to edit videos, you're gonna learn how to make your thumbnails. And I don't make those rules. It's the platform that he chose to stream on that makes those rules. YouTube is a very, very tough business. Especially nowadays when everything is saturated. Every type of video has 25 videos that are identical to it, that are all challenging it for attention, that the personalities are all challenging it for your time and you giving it the attention that it's worth.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there's a very almost set formula now for almost what you need to do and say and look like and present yourself as a YouTuber. And it's very hard to be unique, but he's in a really, like you say, he's in a really weird position where he's both a veteran and knows it all, and also somehow a small streamer that's just starting out, that's like trying to build an audience. Not that he cares about that really.
No, he doesn't really care about growth. He knows he has none.
No.
He pretends he does. Yeah. He just keeps it in the back pocket to complain about detractors, though, right? Like, oh, detractors make it so I can't grow, so I gotta make what makes you guys happy. You guys here, you're my important people here. But really, he has nothing to offer, guys. Like, I know you know, Meerkat, it's right. If you want to be a YouTuber these days, it's extremely tough. But he has one of the most important things, which is a name. Now, that name has a lot of negativity attached to it, right? Absolutely. Yeah. But he wants to have all the positives of being on YouTube for years without any of the negative stuff that he has earned through all that time on YouTube. And like Mangaka just said, he wants a Legends contract from YouTube, like WWE has.
He wants his number retired.
I think that's true. Yeah, I think that's true. I think he does somehow want to be like, to have ascended to some level where he no longer, well, in his brain, this is all true. Like he feels like he has ascended to some sort of level where he shouldn't have to work and put in any of this, all this effort that people do is beneath me, and I'm Darkside Phil. I should be thought of as such and such and given this much money a month and all this, but little does he know that the people that are thought of like that have put in the work and do the things that these YouTubers do. And I'm not saying that like you should do A, B, C, everyone should do the same shit.
Yeah.
You should have a niche of your own and try and think outside the box and all the rest of it. But like, there are some set sort of ground rules or whatever, some basic, pieces of advice and ways to present yourself that everyone kind of, we know about, or it's easy enough to find out and learn how to do yourself. But no,
that's right.
He's trying to forge some weird path of his own.
To your point, Sam, there is a certain sort of a template for how you can make videos on YouTube, and people have caught on to that. And how this is a double-edged sword, because it can also be a benefit, because people like comfort. They like something familiar. Yeah. So and that's the thing that worked for him when he did KO Gaming. He did the familiar template videos, and some of them got decent views. Of course, that wasn't enough for him. Unless it was that 1 million view Homefront video, but that's like a unicorn. Mm-hmm. But anyways, if he actually genuinely, sincerely tried, I'm sure it would pay off, at least a little bit.
Yeah, I think that's true. I think if he really, I know it's crazy though, it would pay off a little bit if he decided to change some of the other behavior though that is not willing to change, right?
Yeah.
He'll say all the time how I have to ask for money, guys. If I don't ask for money, no one gives me money. And he literally thinks that's true, right? Which it isn't. It is for some. I mean, I'm sure he'd get less money if he didn't beg. I know that because some people really do answer the call when he begs to them, like someone on the corner at the street. Some people do say, okay, I feel worried about him. But if he really put in the time to pretend to do a real playthrough of a game, let's say, really do it. It's so crazy to think about, but imagine it. He's really trying to play a game on YouTube.
As much as like we know how bad of a content creator / human being he is.
Yeah.
I still feel as though there is a path that he could somehow forge that made him sort of legitimate to a lot of people. Like, I could imagine, I can still see that, but it would require so much dedication and a change in thought process for him, and a change in outlook completely that it would never happen.
We're talking about the Earth freezing over, because it's never going to happen.
Yeah.
And he'd have to say,
like, you could imagine
first,
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, he would have to take a hit.
Yeah,
for a while. But I could imagine it being like, you drop the number of streams, you put out something of meaning every week or whatever, and then you take that trip to Japan and you document that and you cut that into a nice video, and and you do a little bit of behind the scenes for your members or whatever it is, and all this,
There is a lot of people on the internet, I'll tell you this, and you saw this during the King arc, that if DSP turned it around for really and decided to be a normal human being, which is, again, impossible, there is a group of people on the internet right now that would be in his corner, because they don't know about all the shit, and they'd say, oh, DSP's turning it around, cool, I'll check him out. That would absolutely happen. But, it's
people love a comeback.
But, yeah.
People love a resurgence.
But it's not going to happen. But.
Yeah. By the way, this pause is incredible, because he's making like a PogChamp face and looking at us. Is great.
That's all. I'm always 2 steps ahead, boys. One more point, and I forgot it. One thing he definitely could do too, before we move, we're like doing managing DSP section here. He would absolutely, if he studied fighting games for a minute, he could absolutely do commentary just based on name alone. If he learned and really thought about it and said, hey, Justin, can I do some commentary with you? I know he would have spots there. If he really, could get over people in chat being assholes for a while and actually bring some information, which he had never done in the history of his commentating. Pretend one time DSP shows up to the stream and knows some shit. It's like, oh man, that was an incredible move there by Daigo here. People would be into that for a little bit at least, and give him a shot.
For a little bit, yeah.
But he can't do that. It's never going to happen, so,
But he still has an annoying voice, but
true.
Still,
As much as the internet loves a comeback, they're willing to give you a shot, but you need to make it count. Like, that's what it's about. They might click on your stream. They might be like, oh, this guy is coming back, I'm going to check him out. And if it's the same begging shit we get nowadays, that's goodbye resurgence. Much like what happened. Because people from the Kino Casino, even if they were glazing him ironically, which I believe was the case, a lot of those people gave him a fair shake and a fair chance and tried to watch his streams. And it turned out that his streams are just fucking trash. And they couldn't hold the attention. And outside of the drama shit that he was doing, they weren't interested in what he had to offer.
Yeah. Because there was nothing. And it was fun for a while to throw money and like laugh at, oh my God, these detractors. But what happened in the end? Old Philip came back real quick, didn't he?
You saw the beginning sort of seeds of what I was just saying being potentially planted there. The opportunity was somewhat there. As much as everything was ironic and both sides were somehow snaking each other and all the rest of whatever was going on there. There were still people there, and people from both sides were doing, throwing in money, and and it did enable him to level up in terms of tech, and all the rest of it.
Well,
and, all the PC,
you say level up, buy more expensive shit and fuck it up and like not use it anymore.
To buy stuff, yes, to not understand what he has and use it, incorrectly as he does, but yeah.
Yeah. And one final thing. I'm sorry, I'll be quick. A part of DSP's resurgence and comeback would mean to discredit the trolls and felt the trolls. And this happened during the King arc when Super Crazy decided to sue him, and that was a big laugh. Everybody laughed him out of the house. If he managed to convince the mainstream audience that his trolls suck and they're lame and they're just nitpicking him and making false accusations and bullshit, he would be better off with that. but he just can't, because a lot of the things that say about him are just factually, observably true. And a very casual audience member can just look at this and be like, yeah, those people, the detractors, they were right. And that would be it.
Phil. Holy shit, Phil. Mimsykin says, I know you don't like to speculate where proof isn't quite there, and I get why, but there is no way he doesn't take this personality outside of the stream. And that is a good fucking point too, Mimsykins.
Yeah.
Every single situation he's had to interact with people, he's always been the same person he is on streams. I know he's like to play this little game if it's a character. How many hours of shit from Alphism Radio have I heard now, where it's the same DSP as it is on the stream to this very fucking day? I deserve everything. I'm the best. My advice is the best. I live my life the best way possible. Everyone else is wrong. It's been that way since he was 29 or whatever, whenever the first Alphism was on. Name Taken says, I swear Phil was LARPing in Kino's chat last night. There was one user hucking pennies at the start like he had been dealing with all day. What was the name Taken? Because then I'd start believing if it was something interesting, like, I don't know. What's a character from Ghostbusters? Egon or something? Egon Lover Real or something? I don't know.
Slimer. Well, he's kind of a Slimer.
He has slimed on stream. Okay. Iwamoto says, DSP always on the bench, thinks he's a Hall of Famer. Yeah, he just wants to be treated as a Hall of Famer, dude. Just give him his monthly checks, YouTube. Quit fucking around. Come on. Oh, sorry, Egon. All right, let's go. We got to get this. This is too good not to play.
If I wasn't entertaining, no one would be on this podcast, okay? No one would watch my content. No one would support it. There wouldn't be thousands of people who clip and restream. I'm entertaining. May not be for the same reasons. Some could be positive, some could be negative, but people find me entertaining, you incredible fucking idiot. Or else no one would be here. That's the dumbest statement I've ever heard.
What?
Christian says.
So now he's okay with being entertaining in a lolcow style way, I guess.
But also, that's not entirely true, because most people that would watch a Raw Phil or UALT or me watching him live, they would just straight up admit, and I would straight up admit, this shit is boring.
Yes.
And I'm just mining for the gold dust and the bits that are worth talking about. And some of these pre-streams are completely worthless in terms of any kind of entertainment.
Yes. And I put on my
build
streams.
Up skip juice for a reason. Yeah.
I put this is a must not watch situation on my titles. I don't lie to you. Name Taken says the name was Cat Burnell fat as fuck. Okay, well I don't think that was him then personally, but maybe he's trying to go undercover. I don't think that was him then. Big ups.
When you force yourself to play a game that you don't like, it comes through. I think you should just play what you like. Well, here's the thing.
Okay, remember. He's the master of his own destiny, boys. Remember that, okay? Here we go. You're going to hear that later.
A game that you don't like, it comes through. I think you should just play what you like. Well, here's the thing. I understand what you're saying, but at the same time, this is a business. Did I participate in Small Business Saturday? I am Small Business Saturday. I am a small business. So I am the small business on Small Business Saturday. I'm working. So I didn't spend any money on small businesses. I am the small business. You guys who contributed today, you contributed to Small Business Saturday. I do have to have streams that are going to pay the bills. So there may be a time when there's a game that I'm not particularly liking at that moment, but maybe I'll like it better later. That's happened. There's been a few games at first I don't like, there's moments I don't like, but overall I do enjoy my experience, okay? Also, to be honest, it doesn't work. For example, like I've literally just talked about on this podcast, I love classic JRPGs.
Real quick, his experience, quote unquote, is directly tied to financial gain.
Yes.
So it's not objective. His opinion of whether he likes a game or not is not objective. He's not trustworthy as a critic. He's not trustworthy as a gamer because he puts too much value on how much money he gets to play a game.
There you go. And that's not the right metric for any YouTuber out there, is how much money am I getting? Especially through like super chats on the stream. That's not a good metric for success. But that's the only metric he has because everyone else is negative. Every other metric he has access to is negative. Viewership is down. Subs are going down. Kick is getting less and less support. Everything is down, right? So he can't like pull on that data and say, okay, everything's going bad, so I better change something. No. Yeah. Here's the thing. I could just beg more. And then if I get that money...
the games are good.
Yeah.
Like, 2025 has been a great year for games. A lot of great games. From small studios, some games from larger studios. It's been great for games.
But
I would like to play more of them. I wanted to play Metaphor last year, but after playing 12 hours of the demo, we weren't hitting any goals whatsoever, and it was my least supported stream, so I had to drop the game and never play the full retail version.
Okay.
That's direct feedback I got from the audience. Now, let's say I said, well, screw it, I'm playing it anyway. So now I commit to an 80-hour playthrough. Okay, that could be upwards of 40 streams where every time I play it, I'm not making any money. How do I stay in business? The answer is I don't. And I've had to make tough decisions like this where I have to say, this works, this doesn't. Stay with this, drop this. And there's nothing you can do. When you're an adult and you have responsibilities and this is your job, you have to make those tough decisions. Okay? A lot of people don't.
So again, remember, what is this point about? I'm still asking you, Sam. What is this whole rant about then? Okay, so it seems like you just have to do what gives you money then? There's no point to this whole, like, cool games are good thing?
What was the game he was talking about there? Because someone's just saying he was playing a demo of it for 12 hours, which was a 6-hour demo.
I don't even know.
Which is crazy.
But people weren't supporting enough. 6-hour demo, 12 hours?
And this is
metaphor.
Their hobby, they can do whatever they want because they have a 9 to 5 outside of it. Or they're so large.
Oh, wait, hold on. We got to get to this. Yeah, hold on. This part's good.
It's your job. You have to make those tough decisions. Okay? A lot of people don't. This is just funny to them. Their hobby, they can do whatever they want because they have a 9 to 5 outside of it. Or they're so large, they're so huge that they don't have any financial problems because they're getting thousands and thousands of viewers a stream. They're rolling in dough. Well, that's not me.
Okay, so there's two options, you think, according to Philip on YouTube. You're getting thousands and thousands of dollars every stream. That's one. And the second one is you have to have a part-time job when doing YouTube. Now, of course, there is definitely people that those two groups do exist. But there is another group that he's not saying, the kind that make enough to have a career, not getting thousands, getting enough to live, but they also don't beg their ass off. But we're not going to bring them up because DSP is unique and he's the only one like that. So,
any financial problems because they're getting thousands and thousands of viewers a stream. They're rolling in dough. Well, that's not me. I'm the normal dude. The guy who has a normal life just like you, and I sit here and I enjoy games.
Normal life just like you?
No.
Wake up at 11:30?
No.
I wish.
And I have to play.
Go ahead, Sam. Looks like you're disgusted.
When you think about it,
yeah.
if he got up at a normal time for people, like 8:30, 7:30, depending, whatever, he would have a couple of hours to like maybe make some clips, make some engaging thumbnails. And by doing that, he would practice how to make it and he would see what would work on YouTube. So it would have way more positive outcome than it would make it worth it. It would be worth it genuinely.
It would be fascinating to see him, like, to do some sort of, like, I don't know how it would be. I'm sure there's a reality show that's probably like this where two people compare their lives and where you get to see his life first. It has to be his life first. And then the person, and he's showing like some other streamer his life. And then the next day they go to his house and he sees what he should be doing. That would be fascinating because you'd see someone getting up earlier, probably, I don't know, whatever it is, probably working out, maybe, getting themselves pumped ready for the day, and then doing a bit of editing, reading up on something, research for the podcast they're about to do, all this stuff.
Yes.
Then whatever it was, they do the thing that's the main, whether that's streaming or editing their YouTube video, etc., or whatever it is. Then they'll spend a scheduled amount of time at the end of the day, like replying to comments or whatever it is, and the rest of the YouTuber stuff. And I just think that would be amazing to see, like, the comparison of what not and what to do. Would be great, and to see his realization of it.
That's why my clump didn't happen, by the way, is because I think he knew that would look very bad. Waking up at 11:30. Remember, he said how busy he was. Yeah, he's literally, when he told the story about how busy he was, he said, I'm waking up, 30 minutes, drink a cup of coffee. 30-minute cup of coffee, just chilling. You know how many people would stay at 30 minutes to do nothing but drink coffee in the morning? Come on.
He'd probably fake it for the documentary. Like,
that's true,
on the documentary, he would wake up at 6 a.m. He would analyze his YouTube studio and look at when people were engaging the most, and like fake shit as fuck.
But that would be great as well, though, because that he would be faking it and pulling all of the wrong messages from whatever it is, just scrabbling around trying to make himself look busy in the way that he thinks he should.
Hey,
would
Cat,
be,
let's
you know-
meditate. Cat's looking at him like,
Yeah,
what?
yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Let's do our daily meditation, Cat. Oh, okay.
Let's do our daily workout
Yes,
that lasts
yes.
3 hours.
Let's write
At
our
my
goals
home
for the
gym.
day. What's your goal for the day, Cat? Skyrim. Okay, good. You wrote that yesterday. Okay.
And that's why the whole Mike Klum thing would have been worth it, because at the end of the day, the Boogie documentary was a glorified music video where it just pushed the specific narrative that Boogie wanted to frame himself as. And I just wanted to see what the DSP narrative would be like and what that fantasy would be like. That fiction of the imaginary dark side Phil existence would be like. When all of us just know from this guy straight up just telling us what his day is like.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, what's his version of? Because I mean, even with the Boogie one, you know, you got that, but then you ended up with him taking whatever it was at the end and all that weird shit that was happening. Like, what's the DSP version of that? You know?
I was gonna. You saw, by the way, when the RGBs rage quit. I don't know if you saw that, Sam, but we rage quit the RGB program. He admitting to spending over 12 hours after streaming, you know, over the course of a week or something to fix the RGBs. So think about how much time he's just up there when he could be, I don't know, sleeping instead so you can wake up earlier. Fuck the RGBs, man.
How does he get that wrong? Even like, I mean, I know I've set it up before, but like I'm trying to get back into doing things myself this week. So I've set up all my OBS and Streamer bot, and I installed Lumia Stream, which obviously you can use to, you know, you can have things happen. If something happens on your stream, it sets your lights to go off. You know, so I've got smart lights. They can go flashing when someone subscribes or whatever it is. And I used to have that all going when I used to do Twitch stuff. And I plugged it, I turned it on, and it just worked, you know. I don't even know what, you know, he plugs them in and he's got some weird app on his phone or something. That's it. There's nothing more technical to it than that. And like, he still manages to fuck that up. Like
that he pays extra for, by the way. And I'm sure he's still pays money for it. You know, he's still paying for that shit. But I think it's just
that's
busy
why
work.
you never trust him with technology. He's just like the ultimate unreliable narrator, especially when it comes to technology.
You know what that is, though? That is 100% trying to be busy, boy. I'm doing stuff for the stream, honey. I'm super busy. Oh, guys, last night. Whew, tough night. Trying to get my RGBs to show busy bee colors, but they kept showing the stormy night, and I was there for almost 3 hours. Like, you could be doing other stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? That actually helped, you know?
The fact that whenever someone says, what setting are your lights on, he's always got an answer that's like, I think it's supposed to be like a crackling fire, or, you know, like... It's supposed to be like a simulation of sort of like a waterfall, like trickling.
Dude, here's the legitimate question. How long does it take for him to choose those? Because it's more than a minute. I bet it's more than 10 minutes. I bet it's more than 15 minutes. What do you think looks better? Okay, let's try, Happy Apple Orchard. That's not red enough. Let's try Angry Superman. That looks pretty good. I'll put that in the top 3. Okay, hang on. Okay, we have Green Hornet here. Oh, that's too green. You know, I guarantee that's time. And sometimes you just got to say, this is not fucking worth it, man. I'm done. But no, he wants to be a busy boy. So there we go. All right, we got to get through this.
No one goes to work, works an 8-hour shift, and the boss says, oh, you're just not getting paid for today because it didn't really help anything.
That is a Okay, hold on. Let's hear this again.
The boss says, oh, you're just not getting paid for today because it didn't really help anything.
You have chosen to be a streamer. That is not how that works. So anything else?
And you are your own boss.
Yes.
And you can do whatever the fuck you like and make this work however you want to. And
you've chosen this life.
Oh, I really hope at least a few days when I work.
Yeah.
If we're going to get technical, I believe this is called a false equivalence fallacy.
Yes.
Right.
Other people have this situation, so therefore I need that situation too.
This week I'll make some money. You know, it's not how life works. I do think that
if you have a job that they say they'll pay you regularly, that is how it works, actually. It's kind of interesting how that works. They'll pay you once a month, maybe every 2 weeks even. Mm-hmm. And that's because you sign up for a job that isn't online like that. But okay, go ahead.
It would never work, just to be honest, okay? But I'm okay with balancing. I'm okay with balancing things so that we have enough of the things that other people want and I want, or finding the happy medium to make ends meet, then I'm good with that. And that has been working. It has. It's just that sometimes there's tough decisions that have to be made on what gets played and what doesn't.
Okay.
All right. Suikoden 1 was well supported. Suikoden 2 is not being well supported. It is dipping in views and it's dipping in support, and I want to keep it going. At this point, we're just reaching around the halfway point of the game, but I don't know if I can keep it going now because people aren't supporting it as much. You know, I really hope that today we can rally and hit the goal. I mean, here we are an hour into the podcast, almost done with the show, and I've raised what? Not even $20? That's horrible. That's not good. The whole idea was that I was trying to get a head start, so when I play Suikoden, we're good. But you see my point? Like, there's certain games that I love that I think are great, and in some cases, the entire game of the Game of the Year contenders.
Pathetic, nitpick, but I love how he's still insecure about the pronunciation of this game that he's playing. I'm not going to say the name because I don't know how to pronounce it, but because he's played it before.
Sweet codeine.
Yeah,
that's what he does.
Yeah.
Sweet codeine.
I think just in this stream he said it like 3 different ways. And he's just trying to please everybody. I think.
This is, and by the way, okay, so far I'm still going to ask for the thesis of this rant right now, but I think in general it's just trying to make everyone feel like shit, so they give money, I guess. But we're almost to the where it starts.
People to come by the streams, and I don't know what to do about that. Book World says, what's the difference between yesterday's talk and today's podcast? Yesterday's talk wasn't a talk; it was a build-up session to get attendance before we started gameplay, and it lasted about 30 minutes.
Build-up session.
Sweet
it was foreplay.
Sweet build-up sesh, bro.
The podcast has set topics that we cover that I like to have as segments. You know, a planned-out show, as opposed to those build-up.
Hey, Rambo, you got 15 minutes. Let's do a sweet build-up sesh.
Things are just kind of messing around and killing time. It's a different vibe.
What's that?
Here's your answer. So the thing is, we're trying to.
Yeah, please.
No, that's fucking bullshit.
Yes.
It shouldn't be a topic of the podcast. When is the next time you're going to be having a podcast, and what's that going to be about?
That's a topic.
How much you do that?
Yeah, and how yesterday's podcast went, and how much money you made on yesterday's podcast, and
how the Daily Rap went. Well, Daily Rap was pretty good. I explained all the topics and the schedule. I will do that schedule again in a moment, so stay tuned. But overall, I think the Daily Rap was successful.
The absurdity of this very topic has been the reason I haven't put a video out, apart from the whole perfectionist thing we were talking about before. But this very topic we are on right now is the reason, is the subject matter. But I cannot wrap my brain around how, I can't put it into words how utterly bizarre it is. You know, just this whole podcast about his, you know, the DSP podcast is about a DSP podcast. You know, I still haven't been able to successfully write it down just how nuts this is.
But that's it. That's it. You encapsulated it perfectly. It's a podcast about the podcast.
Yeah.
We just
what else
talk
do you
about
want?
like the subject of the podcast is the content of itself.
But I need to put that into like about a half-an-hour video, and I'm not sure how to do that.
Because
and
Velvet
make
Raven,
it fun and cool and awesome. Sorry.
Because Velvet Raven says, Philip, it's almost like being a lazy fuck who found ways to scam to fuel multiple life-ruining addictions isn't a sustainable business model. You might be onto something there. Big ups. Silas Sama says, it's the dentist. Love you, Sam. Big up, Silas Sama. Christian C says, please make Ludes the 4th chair. Happy to see Sam back as well. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Big ups, Christian. And Fluffy Flapjack says, his toughest business choice was cutting Pizza Hut. Have you seen that video, Sam? The middle management meeting?
Tough. I would love to lie and say no because because it's brilliant, but I have unfortunately.
Amazing.
It's probably the best thing
beautiful.
that's come out in the last couple of years. For sure.
Such a beautiful video. I have decided to cut Pizza Hut. We've cut Pizza Hut. Yes, it's like a big deal.
They don't understand that the way that they're saying things, it doesn't help. Like one person just says, you're overcomplicating things. If you absolutely never talked about income, if you never talked about support, if you didn't have goals, if you just played games and had fun, you'd be successful. Wrong.
False. Wrong. Incorrect.
True.
Negative. No.
Wrong. You want to know how I know that? Because I've been doing this for 17 years, and I have a track record to show that just doesn't work. There was a time when I didn't have to do that shit, right? There was a time when everything was based off ad revenue, and things were good. Those times are long fucking gone, dude. Long gone. In fact, the only streamers that don't have to talk about support are the streamers that have gone viral. The ones that...
That's not true. That's one of the most insanely not true things he's ever said. Okay, so only people that don't beg, guys, he's telling you, are the people that are viral, whatever that means.
Streamers that don't have to talk about support
Yeah, by
are the
the way,
streamers that have gone viral.
Yes, please.
Most people on YouTube that I personally watch feel very uncomfortable having to talk about YouTube screwing them over, even if the platform literally does screw them over.
Yes.
They feel very uncomfortable having to promote their Patreon. They're uncomfortable having to to talk about like liking the video, subscribing, because those people genuinely care. And they know that this stuff, while I understand why they're doing it, because they just want to keep doing this and for it to be worth their time and effort, because they put a lot of it, they know that it is pretty annoying. So they find a way, and they do their best behind the scenes to try and work it out before having to make that one video that is about how YouTube is fucking them over. And recently, YouTube has been fucking over more people than ever, because they've changed something that made people's views drop by a shit ton. And that's a big problem for people that I watch, that I enjoy, that are really dedicated to what they do. Not scum fucks like Darkside Phil and freeloaders like Darkside Phil and lazy cunts like Darkside Phil.
Yeah, but also they'll put it out, and if they do get to the point where they feel they can say something, and you know, and they push to that point where they feel, you know, now's the time, they'll say it in a quick, I assume they'll say it in a concise way, 5 minutes, get the point across that they're trying to get across, so that people know what they're trying to say, and get out, you know, and not make the same point 3 times, and you know, in a non-podcast, and then talk about it afterwards, how they did on that section.
For most people, they understand that when you do that, it's a last ditch effort thing, but you don't therefore make that a part of your content going forward. They know they can't do that, because then you become a lolcow, and that becomes all your content's about, actually, if you keep pushing it too hard. I know it's kind of crazy, but there was a time when like people thought of steel toe as kind of normal. But that quickly went out the window when all they did was, all right, guys, we got 250 left. Do we hit the goal today? Do overtime? And now all people talk about is, of course, Raketa shit. And all they talk about is hitting the goals, because that's all it becomes. And most people know, I don't want to go down that fucking road. So when I talk about it, I'm going to make this count, and it's going to be a one-time thing. And yeah, some people bring it up at the beginning of their stream like everyone does, and at the end as well. But DSP takes that so far to the extremes that's the only thing we're talking about. You know, that's the only thing we're talking about. And Iwamoto said a good point. How has Phil not went viral? He's went more viral than 99.9% of anyone on YouTube ever. But it was for the wrong reasons. But he has done that himself. You know what I mean? But anyway, he was used the viral word. That's what he went viral.
And those other people, usually when they try and salvage the damage that YouTube has done to them, it involves extra effort. It involves, okay, let's make some videos for a Patreon so people can subscribe there, so I don't have to worry about AdSense. Let's make some members only stuff. Let's make some stuff on other platforms to test out the waters and see how that works. And this guy just sits here and cries about it. And that's why you can't physically feel any sympathy for this, because you see the complete lack of effort that goes into this. Because he thinks effort is buying more shit for the background. Effort is fucking with the RGBs. Effort is wearing a different shirt and asking for money to take it off. Like, that's effort for him.
Or saying, I'm playing insert game style here. Guys, if you love old school RPGs, please support. Guys, if you love old school fighting games, come on. If you love platformers, all right, what are we supposed to do?
The ones that hit the algorithm and they get thousands and thousands of viewers a day, they don't ever have to mention goals or income. Literally every other fucking streamer does it. All right? I'm just going to say this as clearly as I can say it.
Please.
You're wrong. You don't know what you're talking about.
Okay.
You don't do this for a living.
Ignore your eyes of every other YouTuber you've seen. Everyone does what DSP does, guys.
I wish you could. Wow. You watch big streamers, and then you try to apply that to small-time people. That's not fair. In fact, that's insane. It means you're an idiot. You don't know what you're talking about. Your opinion is invalid. I've tried different things. It doesn't work. When I bring
small-time people have jobs. Small-time people have actual jobs. Small-time people don't make over $100,000 a year. And small-time people don't have 17 years worth of experience doing the thing that they're small-time at. And small-time people didn't used to be big-time, because DSP used to be big-time, and now he's small-time. So he is in a very specific bracket of small-time people that he's probably one of the few people he's in that's in that bracket.
Small time people that get what $500 a stream from one person. How many small time people can say that?
Well, that's the thing, isn't it?
I think people most $500 a stream. Go ahead.
Yeah, most people never reach this point, you would imagine, because most people, fall off and then go do something else, disappear and become a normal member of society or whatever, go and get an actual job and either do this as a hobby from now, or you never hear from them again, but somehow he's managed to cling on.
Because I thought
this is what happens.
There are many other people that could have chosen the DSP route and probably could still be doing the same thing DSP's doing right now. 200 viewers, but they got 3 or 4 dudes that watch their shit from, that guy with the glasses days or something, and loved him ever since then, and would still give a few hundred every once in a while. I guarantee there are many of them that could do that. It's not like DSP's some unique guy that has some special characteristics. He's just a guy that's been on the internet since its inception almost of YouTube. Right? How many people could do this if they wanted to do this? But that's pretty degrading for the normal human being that say fuck it. I'll just get a normal job, man. It's not worth this.
Dude,
think
that's
about
the
this.
thing, most people have shame or dignity.
Angry Joe is a great comparison to DSP because Angry Joe was on that guy with the glasses. He tried to do the thing. Angry Joe's been there for a long time. And really, like or dislike his videos, whatever you think about him, the guy is on his grind. Everything he makes a video out of. He makes news videos. He tries to be as active as possible. He engages his friends to make videos for the channel instead of doing this. And this is respectable for me. Whether you like the videos, whether you think he's trash or whatever, the guy is streaming, editing videos, getting his friends to work on stuff. He's actually putting in the effort and he's putting in the work, and that's commendable.
Exactly.
I have infinitely more respect for people that say, you know what, I want to keep this going, but I do got to get another job. Right? Because they're choosing to put the effort. They're choosing to put the effort in, so they don't got to ask their fucking audience for a dime. Right? And they might say, hey, I got a Patreon or whatever, you know what I'm saying. But they don't go to this fucking level where I don't want to do a job, you do job, and that job is giving me money, bitches. Come on, Yeah,
there's a speedrunner that I used to watch that I used to fucking love. It was a really chill, I'd put it on in the background because it was just nice to have, it was always online, and one day, and I assume he was making money from it, decent money. But then one day he was just like, right, fuck it, I'm getting a normal job now. And I'm like, I thought about him earlier, funnily enough, and I was like, Jesus, miss that guy. But that's what happens. That's 99.9%.
He chose the high road. He chose the respectful way to go through life. Who was that, by the way? I might know who they are. Do you remember the name, Sam? It's okay.
He probably not, because he was an FF7 speedrunner, so it's kind of niche. But can't think of what his name was now.
Anyways, Petchy in the house says, for Sam, the podcast is Ouroboros. Ouroboros.
Ah, yes. Or Robble Ross. Yes. Yes. And that's a word I've put in my script. But yeah, I understand that reference.
Not Caleb Hart 42. He's still going, Vesh.
It's the king snake eating his own tail over and over again.
Yes.
When I don't bring up incoming goals, no one contributes. It's pretty simple. Cause and effect.
What?
Here's what we're going to do right now. Let's get our first sub of the day on Kick right now. Let's get a tip bigger than $2. Let's get a new
$2. I don't need this. Look at Iwamoto here. He could fix this if he would downsize. That's true too. You could get a smaller fucking house that costs less on the mortgage, not whatever it costs their HOA. Let's get a bigger donation than £2 though, please. No, I'm very much kidding. I hope you know that.
Super chat. Now, let's get a tip bigger than $2.
Big up,
let's get a new top super chat on the leaderboard. So let's beat $6.83. Let's get some support from all around on there right now.
Stop it.
Well, let me ban you first. He says, are you open to real legit feedback? Because I've given you feedback before and you banned me. No, you see, you don't understand what feedback is. You don't. There's a difference between constructive criticism and either being unfair or toxic. If you actually have a constructive suggestion for improvement, that is something that I can apply or at least consider, versus you're just doing it all wrong and that's your problem. But then you have nothing to say positive about what you could do to improve, or if it's been something that literally I've said a million times why I can't do. Like, for example,
it's Dave Stereo, Sam.
Yes.
If you want to hear me interview Dave Stereo, check out my speedrunning podcast.
Do you know what? Now that you mention it, I'm sure I remember that we both followed him at one point. Yeah.
I interviewed him in November 13th of 2017. Anyways, let's go.
Yeah, he did a really legendary FF7 speed run, or he commentated on one at AGDQ or whatever it's called.
Yeah. He's cool. He's definitely good.
Because if I do, the trolls will take up half the spots and ruin the lobby for the real fans. There's no point in even doing it.
Okay.
So then if you say,
Anyway,
well, it's your own fault because you don't do fan lobbies, you're just trolling. I've already logically explained why I can't do it. Just because you emotionally want the fan lobby doesn't mean I can make it happen. I can't finger snap the trolls away, make them go away. So you just don't feed the trolls. Do you understand? So that's what I'm saying. If you have something constructive to say, you can actually add. Great.
But
if not,
man, like
then give it to yourself.
That's kind of the thing. Because, like, to an ordinary viewer, he's just a shitty Let's Player on the internet. Like, I'm not going to commit all this effort and time to think about all his conditions and all his scenarios and give him the best advice. I'm going to tell him what I want to see. And if he can't do that for me, I'm just going to go watch somebody else.
But he doesn't. He thinks he's earned more than that, Meerkat. He's earned your respect. I mean, he's 17 years. Did you forget that?
No one gives a shit about your toxicity. Nobody fucking cares. Stop that shit. Here you go. So is there any final topics, anything that anyone wants to bring up? Can we get some final support? If not, we're literally ending the show at $28, which means, once again,
I got to get to the second pop off of this. Hold on.
To hit a goal with Suicode N2. And it's going to suck. I want to hit the goals. I want to be keeping the momentum. I want Suicode N to continue. We're having a great time with the playthrough. I can't make people support certain kinds of games. There's nothing I can do about it. As much as I talk them up and I enjoy them.
Okay, so you get that part. But fast forward.
You should be here right now supporting.
Here we go. You have to watch this part, then we got to move on, I know. But this is legendary.
What the fuck? I want you to support this stream to show that every one of you that says, just play what you love, you should be here right now supporting Suicode N2.
He's talking to people that aren't there.
Yeah.
Hey guys,
maybe he should make a tweet.
Yo, he would. Don't worry, that's coming, sir.
You say that's the best course of action, then you should support what you think is the best course of action. And that's the problem. People talk, but they don't act. So they say, just play whatever you want, you'll be successful. Well, I'm doing that literally right now. I'm about to play Suicode N2, which I want to play. Now support Suicode N2. Get it? You need to put your money where your mouth is. You need to support these things. Or else I can't do that. I want to play more games that I like, but I need people to actually show up for them so that I can play them. So do it right now.
Well,
let's go.
Sorry, man, but that's just
let's get a sub.
That's being a streamer. What else can you say? That's you know.
Let's get a membership. Let's get a tip. Let's get some kicks. Corpse Fire says the game's very boring though. Well then shut the fuck up. I don't care. You say I should play what I like. I like it.
By the way, someone pointed out that this Philip right there in the screen looks like Simple Jack from Tropic Thunder. If you know the reference. Simple
Without a hair.
Simple Phil.
This game, I don't find it boring, so I'm going to play it. And you're going to support it. Or else shut up about playing what I like. I'm tired of hearing the bullshit. See, you don't like it when I speak facts. When I speak rational fact, you don't like that. Well, everyone says just play what you want and you'll be successful. Okay, I'm about to. Run for the hills, everyone. He's playing Suicode and
I'm gonna...
Then don't say that.
He does some dance there.
But people keep saying it. And I keep saying that's not reality. That if I just played what I wanted
He's not started the game yet.
I wouldn't be successful. And it'd be, oh, no, that's just because it's your attitude. It's that. No. You want to know what it is? It's the fucking troll pieces of shit
there we
who
go.
scare people away who like this content.
That's you, chat, not us.
Because there's a ton of people who like this, but they won't show up to my streams because they're of the impression if they show up, they're going to be harassed. Which probably
this came out of nowhere, by the way. Like, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so here again, we're admitting that the trolls actually have an instrumental part in how his stream operates and what he does. And this is the last thing he should do. As someone who admits that the trolls don't control him, no one controls him, and he's his own man. Right now, he's just admitting that he can't do pretty much anything outside of begging because of trolls. And this is like, you're just submission. This is submission. You were admitting that they won, and you're just in this position because there's nothing else you can do.
And that's one of the worst things you could do as DSP, I think, right? Like this, you guys have so much power. You don't even realize how much power the trolls have over me. They run my fucking life. Please, by the way, though, can we get one type of support before the stream starts? Come on.
Isn't far from the truth. Let's say someone really likes this game and just happens upon my stream. Oh, I want to send Phil $10. Now they get harassed for it. So why would they want to come support my stream? I've never experienced that before on anyone else's stream. You're right. I'm the lucky one, right? Who gets this vortex of mentally deficient fucking weirdos who won't leave my viewers alone. It's ass. It's not fair.
It's ass.
I should be able to play what I like and have a positive audience. I'm not allowed to because of these shitbags, okay? You want me to speak matter-of-factly? That's the truth. It's these shitbags who fucking ruin everything. I can't have a positive audience. How could I? In fact, think of it this way. When you come to my stream and you make fun of me, well, now you're protected. Now you know that the shitbags won't come after you. So I want you to think about that, how fucked up that is. And when people come and say, cultivate an audience, I can't. You can't.
I can't. Stop saying cultivate an audience. I can't.
Cultivate an audience when you have toxic shit. That's like saying, just make a nice greenhouse, cultivate the plants. So you start growing plants, but someone is putting poison gas into your greenhouse, and you have no ability to stop it. There's no way to...
Noah just saying, throwing his hands up and saying, Jesus, take the wheel. Or, final wish, take the wheel. That's what we're doing right here, boys. I can't do anything about this. I control nothing.
Ventilate the greenhouse. So everything you're growing, you're doing right, and it dies anyway.
Yeah.
It sucks. I wish that these businesses would clamp down on this garbage, because if people wouldn't basically steal my shit and harass...
All right, so you get what it's saying. We do have to move on. So I'm going to get to the one more my favorite part of this whole thing, okay? So here we go. This right here. Now, a reminder, I just fast-forwarded a long time, but he did this the entire stream.
How many do we have on Kick? Like 20?
Right, he's bitch...
Try. Will anyone actually show up? Probably not. I almost doubt it. But I'm going to try.
Oh, wait, sorry.
Well, I'm playing this keyboard doing.
Here we go. Midstream.
People always
midstream beg tweet on stream.
To me, just play.
Hell yeah. with a TTS.
Yes.
There it is. It wouldn't work. I kept doing it a million times. It wasn't working. Okay. Just play what you want, and people will show up and support. Well, I'm playing Suikoden 2 now, one of my all-time faves. So, where are you? Come to stream, engage, and support, and let's get it for the classics.
Let's get it.
There you go.
Hell yeah.
Will I actually show up? Probably not. I almost doubt it. But I'm going to try. I'm just upset. Look what I said. 150 people on YouTube, that's it? How many do we have on Kick? Like 20? We're probably like 50, right? But I mean, no one shows up for the classics, and everyone says, just play what you want. Okay, here's a classic I want to play. No, you shouldn't have played that. Well, then it's not play what I want. That's not the case at all. You're saying don't play what you want. You won't support me when I play what I want, right? That's what you're literally saying. Saying don't play what you want. You won't support me when I play what I want, right? That's what you're literally saying.
Jesus.
This is the sour. It's sour the experience.
This is so wild, man. This was incredible. He's never been this open and direct about it. Like, this telling everyone.
That's not the case at all. You're saying don't play what you want. You won't support me when I play what I want, right? That's what you're literally saying. This is the sour. It sours the experience. I want to be able to sit back and relax and enjoy the game and not feel like, well, here's the stream where everything goes wrong and sucks. Even though...
You know what that means? You know what sours the stream? Is not getting enough money, guys.
We've had an insane cool streak of support. No support for this today just because it's an old game. It pisses me off. What's hypocritical? What's hypocritical is that people say, hey, just play what you want and everything will be fine. Then I play what I want and then people don't show up or support. So you're full of shit. That's not the case at all. It's not I can play what I want. I have no freedom to play what I want. Because if I play what I want, people don't show up.
I have no freedom to play what I want because if I play what I want, people don't show up. I have no freedom is what he said. Go ahead, Meerkat.
I think if I put myself in those people's shoes that recommend that, I'm thinking if this guy plays what he wants, he's going to have charisma and passion for it, and he's going to enjoy himself, and that will naturally make people support. And obviously it fucking doesn't, because he doesn't give a shit about video games, and he doesn't give a shit about streaming and entertaining an audience. He cares about getting the money, ultimately. So I guess those people are wrong, and they gave him too much credit, and they're way too charitable towards him.
He's being very open and honest with you guys. It sours the experience. Wow.
Well, the problem is, as soon as the money comes in, you get the opposite from him. You know, there's a stream from, I don't know, whenever it was, or probably probably last week. I don't know. He's probably said the complete opposite in the last week. I don't know. But like, there's definitely one from recently where he's like, we can do whatever we want. We can play this. We can do, you know, and it's like, pick a lane, man. You know, which one is it? You know,
this is just so insane to talk to your audience like this. Like, here, what last line here?
Okay, it's that simple. So then don't be hypocritical and say that shit. Just admit it. Just admit, no, you're not free to play what you want. And, you know,
just admit it.
Play these stupid memeable games and crappy games and AAA games that everyone seems to want. All right.
Like, who are we talking to?
I don't.
I'll read the script is crazier. And you know, you have to, okay, here it is. Just admit, no, you're not free to play what you want. So first of all, I don't even know who's supposed to admit this, but okay, here's what he said. Just admit it. No, you're not free to play what you want. And you know, you have to kind of play these stupid memeable games and crappy games and AAA games that everyone seems to want. All right, let's continue.
Yeah, that's a guilt trip.
What?
Yeah.
What the fuck? All right. And here we go. And then this is the fadeaway. I'm going to fast forward to the end here.
Love the game. I have a great chill time every time I play it. And I want to say thanks again to those who do show up and support those streams, because you know that's a game that means something to me. I grew up playing it in the 90s. I absolutely love it. I want
Game was released in 1999, by the way. Just letting you know.
to play more of it. It just sucks that no one seems to like it besides a small few. So thanks to those who did support.
There we go. So that was incredible. If you haven't seen that video, watch the whole thing. It's definitely worth it. Big ups Ramen Brahman says, the more things change, the more things stay the same. DSP is back to insisting he's correct because he has he's a 16-year content creator, and he says he has some great knowledge because he's been doing that for 17 years, but, 94 Bad Boy Boogie says he truly believes he is owed those $150 per stream just for showing up and doing what millions do in their spare time. Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely correct, sir. Big ups to Boat Knight says he tried nothing and he's out of all. He tried nothing and he's all out of ideas.
Yeah. I had to look up what a BAM was for the previous super chat because he gave us 5 BAMs. Shout out to Bosnians. We have Bosnian viewers now.
Hell yeah!
Shout out to my neighbors, buddy.
Shout outs.
Wow.
Okay, now it's time. We have to do this before we finish. We got to wrap up shortly here. Next 15 or so.
This is all anyone's interested in now. Is this whole fucking is he working out or not thing?
Yeah, I know. We have to get there. So we've teased it long enough. So let's.
All right, it's time for the ALT Victory Lap segment. Commence.
Hey, I just want to let's let DSP explain something from last night, and then we're gonna watch something that I said 18 days ago. Here we go.
It's amazing, isn't it? It's a good feeling to finally get healthy again. It's been ages since I've been healthy. I want you guys to understand. It really has. Like, I have felt so shitty for a long time because I worked so much. And I didn't have the means to improve my life situation.
Could anyone explain what it takes to get healthy in terms of working out? How does extra thousands of dollars make you be able to work out at home? But okay, go ahead.
You guys gave me the means to improve my life situation. So because
what does that mean?
of that, now I'm able to eat right.
Okay.
I'm able to get sleep.
Okay.
I'm able to work out. I'm
okay.
able to do the things I need to do to act.
I'm able to eat chicken burgers,
to be healthy,
snack pizzas.
And now I'm feeling great. I get on stream every day and I'm energetic. You know what I was just saying? Because I just had.
Remember, I want to remind you, this is literally 24 hours after the thing we just showed you, okay?
I was going to say, this is like a totally different person.
Uh-huh. Yeah. 24 hours after the video we just played. Okay? Keep that in mind.
I had a phone call with my parents today. I had my weekly phone call where I get caught up with my parents. And I said to my mother, I said, Mom, I want you to know something. For a while there, every time that I got up, I felt, a little pain in my back. Ooh, the creak in my legs. Ooh, now, get up, I sit down, I get up again.
Oh my God, he's so healthy.
Was that it?
Dude,
yes.
Dude, that's it. He's a 43-year-old man flexing over standing up and sitting down twice.
Yeah. On YouTube.
I mean, that's really cool. If you if you're 90 years old, I mean, that's awesome, man. Big ups. But it's a 43-year-old dude saying, "Watch this. Eat this, trolls."
Holy shit. It's like if you work out, you actually feel good. Which is what I was telling you guys a few months ago. We were having the same conversation. When you get into a rhythm, where now you make
fuck off. He's lifted one dumbbell that morning, hasn't he? That's all this is.
Yes.
Lifestyle, it feels good and it's not a chore anymore. You feel energetic, you feel positive, you feel pumped, you get adrenaline, you get the hormones in you that make you feel healthy. And then you want to keep that going. The problem is when you get into a
Tom Brady was still winning Super Bowls at 43. That's a rough comparison. Come on. Just compare him to a normal 43-year-old who maybe that's a big deal for them, but they would not come on YouTube and say, "Hey guys, watch this." You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. That's the thing. You know what I mean?
Right? You're just stuck.
Check this out, losers. You think he's gonna do something hype? He stands up and sits down twice.
Yeah. And you just can't get yourself out of that rut because you feel like there's no means. But this one last year, you have to understand, this one last year that I've had has been life transforming.
Tom Brady's bought Birmingham City. DSP stood up and sat down again.
Absolutely life changed for me in a very, very positive way. So thank you all for that. Really, I really, really appreciate all of you doing that for me.
Thank you so much for helping me eat healthy, which apparently it needs, okay? But I do unfortunately have to play this video. This video was recorded 19 days ago, okay? And also, we didn't talk about this. Philip has been flexing more than ever on stream. And it's very obvious.
Literally flexing.
Literally flexing. He's been doing things like this on stream for a good month now. And everyone was wondering, because DSP doesn't do it normally. Like, you might just sit like this and cross your arms. He would literally do the little cuckoo and get it up so it's on stream, like a genie.
Getting the
and that led to me
behind the biceps.
And sometimes he fumbles with his arms and stuff to make it look, make it look bigger. And it's so fucking obvious, as usual. Anyone with the issues that Philip has with self-image, it's so clear what he's doing. And 18 days ago, I guessed the following here.
A McDonald's truck. Look, got all the fries in there.
This was on
all the crappy packaging for the
August 31st.
Adult Happy Meal garbage.
I'm gonna be honest. This is a Theo theory and a half here. He's been doing this flexing thing on camera more. I really think he picked up like a 10-pound dumbbell, has been doing some reps on it, because he is more and more trying to show those arms off. Don't you think? Or that's just me hyperfixating? Well, it turns out that hyperfixation was perfect on that one, because DSP is now willing to take off his shirt for money.
If my shirt is bothering you,
oh wow, okay. I didn't think this was actually a thing.
Oh,
right,
it is. It is. It is. Go ahead.
If my shirt is bothering you, I already told everyone tonight, if we hit the goal tonight, I'll take this shirt off and I'll just wear the undershirt. All right? Or if we get 10 gifted subs on Kick, of which we have 0 right now, then I'll also do it, because we have a goal to get 10 more subs on Kick by the end of tonight's stream. That's my weekly goal, and I want to hit that goal. So if I get 10 subs, I will do it. Okay? If my shirt is
so he also in this one was showing this.
You can get into the more recent the $2 super chat. Just tell me the story.
Oh, sorry, right here.
It's amazing, isn't it?
We already heard that one. This stream was all about that.
You can see I've slimmed way down. I've actually have muscle tone now.
He looks the exact same and he always looked.
Nah, bro.
We've all been like this, okay, guys? I remember like the first time I worked out, like 13 years old, at the high school gym or whatever, and you do one rep, and you're all of a sudden like, oh man, yeah, I'm doing it. You know what I'm saying? You know, but I was 13, and like you don't change your whole muscle composition in a week, unfortunately. And he looks the exact same.
This is exactly that, isn't it? This is like doing a little bit of a workout for the first time, and I'm sure everyone does it. Goes to the mirror and goes, "You can totally tell. You can totally tell." But he's doing this to a live audience.
Yeah, exactly. It's a guy thing. We have to do that. We go to the fucking mirror. We say, "Man, I'm looking good." It just happens. But we don't go on stream and say, "Look how healthy I am, guys," and morally grandstand about how awesome we are. That is ridiculous.
Yeah. I wanted to wait until the point has been made through the clips that we watched.
Yes.
To say that working out is an objectively honorable and very positive thing for you. It is very constructive, and it's commendable that this guy is working out, considering that he's been sitting on his ass and not doing anything.
Yes.
This whole time. If he's helping Kat lose weight as well, that's a great thing. But all this flexing, all this posturing, all this pretending that he's living a straight edge lifestyle and trying to teach people how to be healthy, this shit is fucking corny and embarrassing and cringe.
Yes.
Yeah. If this was like something he was doing, I mean, I guess we don't know that it isn't, but if it was, something that he was doing to get over, say, an addiction or whatever, to something,
Sam,
one of those things.
Good joke there, Sam. Hold on. Yeah, that's true. I know what you're saying. Like there is if you're getting healthy, that's an awesome fucking thing, man. That is very hype. But let's be real. It's not going to last long, and there's no fucking results yet that you need to be flexing on.
Yeah.
Like, look at the awkward looking arm. Look at this crossing his arms here. Like, yeah, what's going on, Eddie? How's it going, guys? It's like, come on.
And also, you need to consider, this is the same guy who called walking to the mailbox workout. He said that in the past.
Oh.
He said that he was power walking. He said that he was exercising. None of that shit was true. He's an unreliable narrator, and I don't fucking trust him for shit. If he's actually working out, good for him. That's respectable, as I said.
Yes.
But I don't fucking trust him, and this shit, to me, looks fake as fuck. Especially coming from the guy that constantly looks at himself in OBS, constantly fixes his hair and fixes his fucking titties, and still has man tits. I mean, come on.
Can I also add, this is from the gentleman that said, carrying in groceries was a workout. I am not making that up. That is something DSP has said himself. Okay?
Yeah.
Carrying in groceries is a workout. So that's just what he said. Okay? And this is just another example of how LTG has absolutely consumed this gentleman. The comments that LTG said have consumed his mind to such a degree that he changed his entire wardrobe because he was called crispy, and now he wants to be this strong dude because LTG called him out for doing the squats or whatever. And he's still far away from doing 315 squats or whatever, but that's not going to happen. But still, he wants to be like, now LTG doesn't have this on me. Look, I'm working out now. But you don't want to make fun of LTG right now with him bringing up this fucking video. That'll be a fun one. Yeah. Trust me, this is going to be a fun one.
I think it kind of serves my theory that a while ago he went to the doctor and the doctor told him, Phil, you're not looking good, pal. You're kind of not in a good way. If you keep doing this, you're going to be in very bad health.
Yes.
And then he started doing some like cosmetic changes to his lifestyle, including this like workout type of gym thing. So yeah, I think it all has to do with that. And it's all kind of like convincing himself that he's healthier and he's doing all that stuff. That doesn't bother me. It's a nice thing if he's putting any effort towards that. But still, like, keep that shit off the stream, man. It's fucking lame.
The base move to do, Philip, if you really want to be a king, was to not say a fucking word and let people see it themselves.
Yes.
We would be felted in that case, Philip. If all of a sudden, like, whoa, DSP is looking big, isn't he? That would have been the felting. But,
exactly.
Bragging about it
Once
like a
again,
13-year-old who found the mirror for the first time is not the way.
No, exactly. Once again, can't just be cool. Has to, because he has nothing else. He has nothing else to talk about. So, and this is the new interesting thing about him. You know, that's just so totally normal for most people.
Yeah, but we have to be tough. It's so cool. Formerly Chuck says, cat with these muscles, no troll, will think twice on walking out on us. Are you DSP? Project 7 walks away. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I get your point, yeah. Cat, don't worry, I'm buff now. Trolls won't mess with us. Are you DSP? Down. Good one, Formerly Chuck.
And there was this thing that you showed for just like a split second of the daily rap buff edition, I think it was like.
Yeah, I got those. I got that.
That's so lame, dude. That's
man,
so lame.
Come on. How old are we? I'll show you. It's right here. This is what he did. Chill with Phil Buff Edition. Okay, that's one. And then you think one's enough? Oh, no. We got the daily rap too, man. This is how you are the cringiest dude on the internet when you do shit like this. I mean, come on.
It's like, you know, and I never understood this. Going to the gym, for example, so girls can like you more, or so people can be afraid of you more.
Yeah.
I think you should do this for yourself, so you can feel good for yourself and not brag about it. Just do the thing, you know, that's good for yourself. Because, like, I'm going to be honest, I've been drinking fucking beers the whole time. I've been smoking the whole time because that's just the choice that I made because I like doing that. I don't like going to the gym. That's just what I decided to do. And I'm cool with that. I'm perfectly fine with that because I do it for myself. And it seems like he's doing all this stuff so he can show up on stream and start giving people fake-ass advice about healthy lifestyles and workouts and being fit and being healthy when none of that shit applies because he's fucking Dark Side Phil.
Yes.
Yeah,
he's supposed to more than grandstand on this, right? That's it.
Yeah, exactly. Like I say, if it was if it were that he was replacing something else with it, then fucking great. You know, if it was like, right, I've made this decision, I knew I needed to get help or find help in some way, and this is what I'm doing to get over it or whatever, then great, whatever. But this is only this isn't replacing anything. This is a quick thing that, if he even is doing this, is a quick thing he's doing after he's had his coffee or whatever. It's like, quick, get a quick 10 in, and then
this won't last.
Yeah.
This is not going to last. And can you imagine his workout, a DSP workout, is doing 10 bicep curls right before the stream starts, and then say, "Whew,
exactly.
Rough, good workout." Oh my god, that's exactly what he's fucking doing. You know it.
Yeah, exactly.
Big ups to a movie sign who says this is the absolute peak of male fitness. Also, welcome back, Sam. Big ups movie sign. We are felt it on this one. Drew Bayou says no testosterone found in him. Yeah. Camping Dutchman, bro still has moves though. Arm curls are level 1. Yeah, and that's the only thing he's doing. He can't do anything else. Now his back doesn't hurt all of a sudden. That's funny too. Fluffy Flapjack says the standing up is only impressive to Jade. Toxic from Fluffy Flapjack. Formerly Chuck says, is he catching up on old podcast episodes? Well, he uses LTG lingo more than anything else now, so I think he's watching LTG shit. Michael says Phil has tremendous tendon strength or flexibility. Michael. Nick says same guy that got wailed out just a day ago, or that was from previous one when he was so sad about everything. And yeah, it's wild that all of a sudden our mood just changed. Our mood swings have never been stronger right now, are they? That's another midlife crisis thing. Walyap says he just took 3 days off. He'd work 6 days a week if he had tax bill coming up. Well, not if you get whaled from a planned whale, right? Well, yeah, a one that whale that'll get you more than you would have on your day off. Just a thought, but who knows? You might be right. Sunny Smile says he's taking his shirt off. We're going to have a tip skull soon. So yeah, I got to play the shirt thing. I got to play the shirt thing. I didn't do that yet. So Philip did say he might take the shirt off here. Where is it? He's hit the bottom of the barrel, I think it says. Here.
As you can see, I've
Not that. Here.
Sunny Smiles meant tits. Tits skull soon.
Oh, sorry. Big up Sunny Smiles.
If we hit the goal tonight, I'll take the shirt off and I'll just wear the undershirt. All right? Or
why?
If we get 10
Why?
gifted subs on Kick.
Okay, so I want to show what DSP thinks about people that do things on camera for money. This is what he thinks about them. I want to make sure we all know this, though. Go ahead.
Of course.
You want to see what he thinks, though. I'm not sure what he thinks about that.
Watch stream archives. I also don't care to. I don't care about a fucking ethot on Kick.
Oh.
Who's fucking doing squats for money.
Oh, what?
Yeah, I don't.
Huh?
I don't.
But taking your shirt off for money is cool? What?
Taking your shirt off for what you yourself admit is a male audience over the age of 18.
According
so
to
adult males give this guy money so he can take his shirt off. What is going on here? What?
I don't want to call him an ethot, but
who's fucking doing squats for money?
Well,
yeah, I don't.
Also, some other pieces of evidence that go into that pile is him showing his socks.
Yes.
And proposing that he's going to show his feet for money and showing his underwear for money.
I wonder what he would call them.
I don't give a shit. I don't care if she talks shit about me, because apparently I'm being told she did. That people made fun of me. Say, oh, did you know that there's an e-beggar named Darkseid? Oh, so embarrassed. He's in his 40s and he e-begs. You're fucking squatting on camera for money, you dumb shit. You fucking slut.
Ah, interesting.
Whoa.
That's slutty.
So much vitriol.
Interesting. Doing squats on stream is slutty. Taking shirt off on stream is meaningful. I don't know. I can't tell. I'm confused. One more thing we got to play is DSP really not that. Not that. Not that.
It's always good to come back to that every once in a while. Not that there's not enough footage of him actually literally crying on stream, but it's nice to see the AI one. It makes him extra expressive.
Yes. Here we go. This is what DSP really thought about his past.
Popular stuff. Then you can get into the more recent. No, that stuff is gone from YouTube and you can't find it. It doesn't exist. It's only 2017 forward that you could actually find my videos now. So in truth, I've made such a body of work. I should be making bank on the old videos. Like, no lie, in a month, with the amount that I put out there and the way that the algorithm was working, I should be making, no lie, $5,000 a month on residuals.
$5,000 a month on residuals. I don't think fucking Danny Tanner from Full House is getting $5,000 a month on residuals. You know what I'm saying? How much residuals is Zach Morris getting? I want to know a month. You know what I'm saying? Come on, 5,000.
ALT just pulls out the Full House reference.
Oh wait, I got something for that. Here we go.
Oh, great reference, King.
Thank you.
Very timely.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
I should. Just on what I've done up to now, I should be able to take a month off and make $5K cold on ad revenue.
5K cold? What the fuck is that? 5K cold. That's what I'm looking for. 5K cold. That's an Injured Cold's like gang name. 5K cold.
I should. Just
5 bands, as LTG would call them.
Yeah.
Now, I should be able to take a month off and make $5K cold on ad revenue. Nope. Absolutely not. I have to keep working. I have to keep streaming and keep working to make new videos. If I don't, I get no views. I get no ad revenue. I get nothing.
That tells you everything you need to know about him, though. You know, because yes, you may have made a lot of money off that video at one time because of the way YouTube worked at the time and the climate, etc. What was available at that time, but what is on YouTube now? You know, what would possess you to seek that out, let alone have it suggested to you? You know,
it's just typical. I'm entitled to everything, and it should have lasted forever. Who would have thought that, man? Robert Williams says, "Don't let the fact that money is don't let go of the fact that money is how he got normal sleep levels. Cash rules everything around me." He literally said, "Like I got healthy because I got extra money. That's why I'm eating healthy and exercising." What's that about? What does that mean? What? How does that even work? One more, I do before we get out of here though. A lot of good stuff, but I want to play one more. Fill in the Wild. I'll hit it for you.
Fill in the wild, yeah.
This was a great one that I have to play because I'll forget it next week.
I love it.
This is Oni Plays, 1.38 million subscribers. Second time he's made an appearance today.
I really don't know how to draw him from memory. He's definitely got DP written on him. Yep.
He's got DP on his chest.
Yeah, that's his name.
For DSP.
DSP.
That's what the DP stands for.
Let's make his face DSP. Can you do that? You rub this out. You gotta draw DSP's face in there.
Okay.
He looks like an onion with Down syndrome. God damn.
That looks like Will Smith. I love Will and Jaden are in the same picture now.
Oh my god, that was the fucking best. All right, my friends, that was a meaningful show. I hope you found it meaningful. I know I did. Big news, Sam's going to be back weekly. Any final words, Sam, for the beautiful people out there?
No, I got nothing to say. I was going to sit back here.
Oh, look at him. Someone must have gave him some money because he's doing some exercise.
Yeah.
Not even a burger?
I was going to do that. I'm not set up for burgers. But yeah,
next time.
No, it's good to be back. And yeah, I'll see you on the next one, whenever that is.
Meerkat Mob, final words, please.
Thank you, everybody, for watching. This was a great episode, in my opinion. Smash the like. You know how this works. We're also on Apple and Spotify. You can find us there. Listen to us while you're driving to work and spending time with your family. Share this with everybody that you know.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Do whatever the YouTube stuff is. You know how this works.
Ask the people that weren't here where they were. Find them and ask them where they were. I'm looking for answers. All right, I'll be on Kick for a little bit at least to play some Death Stranding. That game has taken over my life. I'm addicted to the game Death Stranding now, and I'm having fun with it. So we'll play a little bit tonight on Kick. You're all legends. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Burger.
This one goes out to the one and only, the big cat, the fat cat. Big ups.
first saw you in Burger King, you took 2 seats, 'cause that ass is way too big. Had a boyfriend, I realized, but you told him lies with your raccoon eyes. The DoorDash is here. Wipe away your tears. Got you extra fries, and they taste just right. Have no fear, there's no trolls here. Kevin made you cry with those raccoon eyes. Raccoon eyes. Raccoon eyes. Kevin made you cry with those raccoon eyes. Take you power walking on the beach, feasting on some sushi like you were the queen. Let me run some errands while you sleep. I can watch you play Skyrim all day this week. Have no fear, there's no trolls here. Kevin made you cry with those raccoon eyes. Raccoon eyes. Raccoon eyes. Kevin made you cry with those raccoon eyes.
In reality, like I tell you guys, every day when I wake up, that's the best day of my life. I feel like this next day is awesome. I have a beautiful wife who I love so much. She loves me, and a family, Jasper, and you know the things we get to do together. You know, I definitely want more time with them and more family time. But I absolutely love my life today compared to how it used to be. Seriously, all those years back then, you'd be like, it's a whirlwind of crap. It was me. And by the way, I've told you guys about my past. I used to drink way too much. I would be drinking constantly, all the time, because I was so stressed out. Honestly, when I started with this whole thing, I was depressed many years ago, a decade ago. I didn't like my life or anything. And basically, liquor was the way to kind of get through that. It was, oh, I hate my life. I hate who I am. So let me just drink it all away and just keep pumping out fucking YouTube videos. I don't have to do that shit anymore. Like, I'm happy with who I am. I actually don't think clicking like on a live stream helps at all. So it really doesn't matter if this stream gets 100 likes or 2. I don't think it affects it.
Because I'm starting to get like a migraine.